Yeah. Hey, how's it going, guys? We are back on air with casters this time. I am Aaron Yodroid Yoder, coming to you from the Indiana University Kokomo Spring Invitational. With me is my lovely co-caster, Derek. Say hi, Derek. I told you to say hi, Derek, and you didn't. Uh, thanks. Yeah, okay, so jumping into bands here real quick. We do have Fiora and Elise being banned out on the side of nope, on the side of IU Bloomington, correct? IU. Thank you. Yeah, and of course Lulu being banned out for IU on the side of Purdue. They banned out the Warwick, the Malzahar, and Vane. Yeah, well, they've been playing all day. They know exactly what the other team's gonna pick. That Vane, I'm kind of glad that's out. He's been a terror for everybody else. He's able to, especially because usually these games end up getting to 35 minutes. Oh, right, yeah, no, right, yeah, no. Purdue ended up banning. Well, yeah. Well, I think they also banned it for Bloody Red Road because they also didn't want him picking that up because that was probably going to end up being a first pick, right?
I do also know that Score has a really, really deep champion pool.
Yeah.
So any carry they take off the list, he's gonna be able to pick something up.
Yeah, he'd be completely fine. Yeah. And again, it's like since they don't have the first pick, since Purdue doesn't have the first pick, they knew that if they left it open, it would probably be picked up and then just switched over to Bloody Red Road. So, and they really didn't want to deal with that because late game Bane, nobody wants to deal with that terror. Oh, right, because we have those odd picks. Wait,
That is a collie.
right. Okay, so we're having a little bit of technical difficulty right here.
Told him the next time they did this, I was gonna make them play that role.
Yeah,
But
right.
last time it was Garner mid. This time it's collie top.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, you know what? They could do it. They could absolutely do it. Yeah,
Definitely competitive enough to do that.
I think so, yeah. Oh, are they going to go ahead and back out? All right. They're going to go ahead and remake the match and try to get the picks right. What was happening is they were looking for a placeholder champ. They were using a Kali as a placeholder champ to represent Nami since one of the competitors didn't have Nami. Right.
Let's just go ahead and go through the rosters.
Yeah.
So over here on A team, we have Exorcism in the top lane, Carnellix in the jungle, 3E in mid lane, Bloody Red Road as AD carry, Easy Ace as support.
Mm-hmm.
Over here on team 2, which is Purdue's gold team, we have Feast in the top lane, Roststone as jungle, EVQ9, also known as Gunku, in mid lane, and Score as AD carry. Their support is
empty.
Yeah, so they're gonna probably put a bot in there.
Most likely.
Morgana.
Yeah, yeah. Honestly, Antibot would probably be a really good pick for them. Actually, that should. Yeah. Really?
Yeah.
Was it on Doombots? Like, what was it? It was just regular bots.
I was still learning.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm gonna practice this.
Right.
She landed every Q on me. It was bad. It was really bad.
Are you sure you just couldn't like strafe side to side? Like you hadn't picked up that skill yet?
I was
I understand. I understand. I remember the first time that I had like loaded into the Rift and everything. Well, like it was still, yeah, it was. I think it was still bots. I didn't understand you were supposed to attack the enemy champions. Like I got the concept right, or oh no, I didn't understand you were supposed to attack minions, right? I just thought that you were trying to kill the other champions and just keep going. I ended up dying to turret aggro. So
One of the first things that
yeah, yeah, and that makes a lot of sense.
the support
We
for
will.
Okay.
looks like we have the same bands, same things up to that point. So
Yeah.
it's the Akali.
Right. Exactly. Exactly. Which will be, it'll be nice that all that's going
I
on.
recommend skipping.
Speaking of things we did first when we were learning the game,
Impure fools.
you failed.
I did not. You were fidgeting with it. Yeah, you were messing with it.
told me one mic.
It was still unmuted.
Oh, okay. Cool. Oh, is his Yeah,
I just think
we do have a few technical difficulties going on right now. Lovely Derek's mic is not working at the moment. We will try to get that back online as soon as possible.
I just look like a guy.
Yeah.
Standing.
No, you're see what you're doing is you're like the Vanna White, right? That's your job right now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, was that your sign that we're ready? Yeah. Well, thanks for the letdown. Yeah, no. So we also have Zyra being picked up and Caitlyn. Caitlyn's been incredibly popular this entire tournament. There's been maybe a short string of games where Caitlyn wasn't picked up, and the rest were essentially first or second pick Caitlyn's. Um, and she's just so utilitarian. You can sit in the back line of your lane and free farm. You know, you don't have to worry about getting harassed too much because your range is so far.
Yeah.
looks
Cool.
like we got a Roland Soul Hover here on 3E. Looks like he's just showing a little muscle.
Yeah, I think it's like the Timo hover earlier that got me really excited. Yeah, I was hoping for that cheese, but oh, Echo is going to be locked in, and the Jax. They've actually had quite a bit of success on the Jax. It was Exorcism that's. Oh wait, hold on. The top lane switched, right?
Top lane
Top lane will be Cornelix.
Right.
Exorcism.
Is the jungler? Okay, good. Yeah, but Exorcism was the one that. Oh, okay. So
Oh, yeah.
right. That makes sense. Yeah. Yeah, no. So Parnellix has showed a lot of success on the Jax. Being able to show up with that, it's been kind of impressive. You don't really see Jax in competitive play too much. It's just not usually you know what a Jax is going to do, and so you can time a lot of your disengage around Jax, and so it's hard for Jax to be able to land a lot of the stuns that he normally would. You'll usually blow a flash or something, but
he's definitely still strong. He's definitely, with his ability to counter attack and add extra damage onto his next attacks.
Yeah.
He's still definitely a strong pick.
But like you said,
very, very predictable.
I like the Kennen pickup. That's obviously going with the top lane. I believe it will end up being an AD Kennen. That's what's being played a lot in the LCS. It's a really popular build right now. And so I think that's what we'll end up seeing. AP Kennen isn't just as popular now. I also like the Rek'Sai pickup on the side of Purdue. That it hasn't been really popular. This is the first time we've seen it this entire tournament.
Yeah, the first Rek'Sai in the entire tournament. I think it's the first Rek'Sai I've seen in a while.
Mhm.
I think Rek'Sai is very strong in team-based setting, but as far as Rek'Sai goes in solo queue, they're not very much at all.
And I think that's why I've been kind of surprised we haven't seen more of it. I know a lot of these teams are very new. Sometimes in collegiate tournaments, what you get is sort of more of a solo queue style play, right? Where you make one person, if they happen to carry, then cool, everybody piles onto their back.
Yep.
But you're gambling to see who's actually going to carry the game. The Galio pickup, actually, there at the end, that's actually also been a really popular pick this tournament too.
I do know that 2 weeks ago,
Mhm.
IUB used Galio in the top lane to go against Michigan State University. They
Hmm.
did really, really well against them. This is before the recent nerfs they did to Galio in the recent patch.
Yeah.
But IU
IU
Bloomington really, really likes Galio in the top lane. It's one of their favorite picks. So
Yeah.
I'm not
I'm not
actually
actually
too surprised with Galio, but I'm pretty sure that they're the only team that's played Galio.
Yeah, I think you're right. And they showed a lot of mastery on it too. They went into a Fiora and still came out on top in that game. There was a fairly long discussion, I know, in the green room about like whether or not that was a viable pick into AD mid laners, how exactly that worked. But I think I like the Galio pick into the Kennen. Although if it's an AD Kennen, I don't think the Galio is going to be as effective as they hope it will be. He'll still be able to stay in lane, but I don't think it's going to get the job done that they really want. So it's going to be interesting when we see his first couple of items.
I think his laning phase isn't really going to be the most important thing. I think mostly will be how he's going to be able to affect the game in a global sense.
Yeah.
His ultimate.
Right. Like that's what you're going to end up using for. We see him take the teleport too.
Exactly, yeah. I think, especially with the teleport on the Echo, they're looking for a more global pressure rather than teams like Thomas.
Yeah. I really appreciate that out of IU. Having the foresight to build towards a.
They're going to take smites.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
They finally picked it up.
I think it actually took a bit for us to update, or maybe they all switch their stuff at the same time.
Seem to like to live on the edge.
Yeah, it seems like it. Yeah, but back to the Galio pick. It's like picking Malphite in the top lane and keeping him there, right? You pick it because not because it's going to win lane. Probably not even going to do well in lane. He's going to survive up there. He's going to have a little home, but then afterwards he's going to go fly to wherever he needs to be. Yeah, exactly. Well, hey, we are going to take a little break here. About 2 minutes to wait for the spectator delay, and then we will be right back with all the action on Rift. Don't go away. There's plenty of action to come here with the Purdue and IU game at the Indiana University Kokomo Spring Invitational. So stay tuned, guys. All right, guys, welcome back here on to the Summoner's Rift here for IUPU or IU's IU Kokomo's Spring Invitational. I am here with Derek, who will be coming back on shortly as soon as we can get his mic fixed. The two teams we have playing in our grand final are going to be Purdue's Gold Team and IU Bloomington. Here for all the marbles. Looks like there is a very cheeky start coming from the side of Purdue. They're going for that invade.
They got that.
The five-man squad rolling up here onto. They are going to find Rosstone, just creeping along the ground here by where his red buff will be. I love the animation that goes on there, right? Because it just looks like Rosstone is trying to sneak out without anybody actually seeing him. And it's not working very well because he's massive. But yeah, no, they were looking to try to scout out exactly where Rostam was going to start. They threw a ward down to the red side to make sure that they can keep an eye on him.
Oh.
They
So
threw a red ward down to try to make sure that they could. They threw a ward down to make sure that they could keep an eye on Rosstone, see exactly where he's going to be going next, which is actually a really fantastic thing that Purdue has been consistently good at. It's just keeping vision. If anything, they've been really good at making sure they keep an eye on the enemy team.
let's go ahead and see if we're gonna get some of that early cheese here in the tri bush. I've seen this before, where the bot lane will wait in the tri bush, and once the enemy laner finishes leashing the jungler at the buff camp,
They jump them.
exactly. So it'll be interesting we see that here. It looks like we might actually get a chance to see that. I'm not sure.
Yeah, Nami's walking in, and there's not.
She might fall for it.
Yep,
Fell
there
for
we
it.
go. There's the flash. And it looks like the heal actually
got
will
away.
save her.
Yes.
Yeah.
She got away. So that is an ignite down on Purdue's support.
Right, but and see the good thing here, right, is the change that they made to Ignite and Flash, right? Ignite has a lower cooldown than it used to, and Flash has a higher cooldown than it used to. So
Yeah.
the Ignite going down not nearly as detrimental as the Flash going down.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be difficult for Eski. Oh, Easy Ace.
Yeah. Easy
There you go.
ace.
Thank you.
Easy. Yes.
Standing at an angle? So it's all kinds of awkward. But yeah, so there's the flash. You were right about that.
Yeah, I've actually seen that before. It's happened to our team in some of our games.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. It's actually a pretty fun little trick to do. So
Yeah, I'm sure it's not so great when it actually happens to you though. Like it's great when you're pulling it off. As soon as you get fun bushed, it's not so fun.
did I just see that they're playing Vhagar mid lane?
Yes, you
On
did.
Purdue side? Actually, that's really surprising to me. I wouldn't think it's a very good team
Yeah,
competition.
I mean, we can go ahead and touch on the picks actually real quick while it's mostly just laning and trading.
Sure.
On the top side for Thieves, we have Kennen with Rosstone on Rek'Sai in the jungle, BBQ9 playing the Veigar mid lane, Score on Caitlyn, and Fredo on the Zyra. And on the side of Purdue, we have Parnellix playing Jax, Exorcism on Galio, Ree on Echo, Bloody Red Road playing Kog'Maw, and Easy Ace on Nami. So actually, I kind of like the comps, especially coming out of IUB. So it's a lot of smash and grab, right?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah, the drive-by comp.
Yeah, it's definitely a drive-by comp. I actually, I know the coach for IUB's team. Do a lot of talking, and he's very, very good at his picks and bans. So I know that he has picked out a specific strategy for this team comp, and I'm really excited to see kind of what they do with it. Especially since I've had the opportunity to play both of these teams, and they are so unique in things. Also, they're so like versatile in the different play types they can do. So
Yeah, we've seen that a lot already in the tournament, you know, especially on Score, who's been able to flex to pretty much whatever ADC they had available.
Yeah.
There hasn't really been much of a roadblock for him, which has got to be nice for the rest of the team that leaves them open to pick something that will work for them, because Score doesn't necessarily need to be babysat.
Right.
So, and if he had gone with something like the Kog'Maw, that might be a completely different story. So, because then you start getting the Juggernaut comps and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
and we can, and again with the early warding from blue, the side of Purdue, you can just see a blue ward went out in the top side red jungle.
Yep.
Just expired, but the fact that they're even venturing that far to try to get that vision claimed is a really big deal. It's going to end up making a difference when it comes time for Rek'Sai to actually start ganking. When Rosstone, I mean, is at level 4 right now, so we could start seeing something there soon. It looks like he's trying to make his way to
Rek'Sai just
mid
hit
lane.
level 5 actually. So he might actually make a play mid lane.
Mhm.
He just hit 5.
Yeah. Ooh.
Especially since he pushed his laner out of lane, knowing that his mid laner is going to be behind on CS.
Yeah.
Try and pressure that mid lane Echo a little bit. Hope we can get that Vhagar to scale a bit farther in the game. Obviously, because Vhagar's more scary late game than he is early game.
Yeah, exactly. And right now, I also wouldn't be surprised to see Jax go either mid or bot lane for a gank.
Yeah.
Considering Parnellix is level 5 too, it's not really a breaking point for him, but ooh, all right,
The ult on
3.
the Echo.
Yeah, 3 is oh, the flash in won't actually be enough to clinch the kill. One more auto would have actually done it. He
Yeah,
had
I
enough
think he
health.
would've
He could have stayed in, but
Or even if he had that Q to throw out, I don't know. Maybe he saw the Rex like in his bush. It scared him away. That would have been a tower dive. He wasted his ult to do the damage
yeah.
when he didn't need to. So
Right, exactly. He could have definitely held on to that. It's not like Vigard's going to be doing a lot of damage early on.
exactly.
You've got a stun and an AoE burst, but that's about it. Vigard did hit 6, so that would have been terrifying. But
Yeah.
all in all, not exactly detrimental. It's not like
Yeah.
scaling is that great on it very, like, super early. So I think he would have been, for the most part, safe. But I like the fact that he's trying to take care of himself and make sure he's not putting himself in too much of a risky position.
Right.
Don't know if it's great for playing an Echo, but
Right. Yeah. Most Echoes jump in
yeah.
and hope they can get out.
Yeah.
I see most Echoes I play against. They're very, very, very brash.
Yeah.
In what they do. So
When
it's,
you have
it's
that
nice
free
to see
get
them.
out button, right?
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Not only does it give you your life back, it also takes you back like halfway down your lane.
Right, exactly. I always liked the trick where you back and then instead of teleporting back to your lane, you just ult back because your ult cooldown is a lot lower than what teleport would be. So you get back to lane a lot faster, and you don't have to waste your teleport cooldown. You can use that to get somewhere else.
Right. Right.
And plus, if you're especially with tank echo, that's what it was.
Tank Echo, yes. It looks to be some really good trades here in on the Zyra on Credo. Looks like we might have some action here in the bot lane.
Mostly, it looks like a lot of
Just
trading.
a lot of trading, yeah.
Which
I think they might be trying to set them up for a gank. So we have Vagar roaming down.
Yeah.
Or maybe just doing some ward clearing. As you were saying earlier on Parnellix, if I was him, I would try and snowball the bot lane. Hopefully to get my Kog'Maw to get that edge on Score. Since Score is such a versatile, such a strong AD carry.
And now he's on one of the strongest picks. He's got the Caitlyn, which has kind of been the dream. So
even though she takes a little while to like scale up, like maybe mid game she's a little bit stronger. She's safe and she's like the #1 meta pick right now next to like
and the
Ashe
thing with
and,
right, and the thing with her is it's such an even scaling too. Like you don't necessarily have spikes. You're just kind of evenly strong the entire way, and so it's easy to know when you can go in and when you can't. You don't have to be looking at particular level spikes. You can just kind of know when you're going to be okay. Ooh, 3 with a beautiful dodge there. Inside the prison, too. Poor guy got locked up. But yeah, I know, he makes it out of that trade completely fine. The aggression there is mostly just kind of trying to keep Barbecue 9 off of these minions. Looks like the CS lead is minimal, but in favor of 3, which is nice.
definitely, yeah. It looks like Echo is going to be going into a Hextech Proto Belt most likely, just for that extra engage or disengage.
Yeah. More
damage
point
even.
too. He picked up the Dark Seal, right?
Yeah.
He hasn't really been using it to the best effect, but oh, it looks like there will be a deletion on the map.
Yeah.
Pardnellix is no longer in the game.
No longer.
Yeah, no, that was a beautiful flash knockout from Rawstone, followed up by BBQ with the ult. That was enough to take out Pardellix without much of a fight.
Yeah, it was actually funny. We were just talking about how Vagar scales a little bit better than the late game, and he just killed Pardellix faster than we could even get around to noticing that it was happening.
To be
like,
fair,
it's just like his ult is just like so strong.
Yeah.
Just deleting one person.
Well, it's I'm not sure what it is in lower ranks, but I know at higher ranks, it's 80% of your
Missing
AP,
health?
missing health. You're right. As magic damage, and Pardellix was at maybe 3/4 health, but he followed, BBQ9 followed up the ult, or preceded the ult with both the dark matter, and the and his skill shot. So he was able to do a lot of damage, which
We got the Jax coming in on the
ooh wow,
cannon with the Galio ult.
whiffed.
Yes.
There was an attempt.
Yeah, I was
Headshot.
actually seeing the cannon kill the Jax there actually,
Yeah.
but the Galio ult didn't save him with the damage reduction. And looks like we got
We do have a 1-for-1 trade, and looks like Bloody Red Road is going to be able to make pretty decent use of the passive.
Yep.
It's pretty nice. Yeah, but no, I agree. I actually thought that we were going to see Jax anyway, too.
It's actually interesting that Bloody Red already has a Wits End finished, so
Yeah.
that'll be really good against that Zyra, especially with the attack speed.
Yeah.
As soon as he starts attacking that Zyra, he's gonna be able to get that extra magic resist and be able to just tank that and attack her as the fight.
Right. And what's great about Wits End is it's such a cheap item. Cheap item gives really good stats for what it is, and if he's going to have to be in lane with a Zyra, you might as well take something that's gonna not only give you high on hit damage, but also the MR. It's just a good pick all around. I'm glad he decided to go with that.
Got a little trade here in the mid lane to fight over that vision control of that control ward there in the bush, the river bush.
Yeah, and again, if you look at the vision positioning on both sides, you see that they have sort of this like invading line, right? Where Purdue has sort of taken over the top side of the map, and IU has taken over the bottom side. There's a little bit of a trade here going on. Looks like Fredo and Rostone are looking for an engage. We'll see if they're able to find it. Not really able to get anybody trapped there, but it did force Bloody Red Road and Easy Ace to back way off. They were trying to establish some vision along the river, but the rotation from Rostone kind of stopped that from happening.
Yeah.
So it's interesting to see teams actually playing around vision, because this entire day we haven't really seen that too much. It's been a lot of small skirmishes, and there's been a lot of rotations, sure, but it's never really been around vision in river. It's been mostly around turrets or shoved lanes.
Right. These guys like to make little ward pockets within the jungle. That way, not only do they, so they know they can go there safely, but so they know where the enemy jungler is or where the enemy is rotating to. That way they can plan to either react or to make a play before the enemy does.
Right, and even the places where they don't have vision, right, are equally as important, because if you can't see somebody on the map, you know that they're probably in these forts.
Most likely, yeah.
Ooh, alright, looks like Bloody Red Rope is going to be caught up here in the Wild Vines. Parnellix jumping in to take down Fredo. There was a TP coming in from Thieves, but he ended up from the side of Thieves, but he ended up canceling that. So, which was probably a good move. I don't think he would have actually lived long, especially since Parnellix had just jumped in. Ooh, BBQ9 also getting the hurt laid down on him from 3. Yeah, he was terrified.
He actually did get the ult off of Vhagar.
Ooh. Yeah, no, that explains why he was so low, but I don't think Vhagar was able to hit the rest of his abilities, and so there wasn't enough of that missing health to really clinch the kill.
It was a really good trade, though.
Yeah.
A very good trade.
Well, yeah, 1 life for, a little bit of health. It's not too bad.
Yeah.
Ooh, Rostone trying to take down Easy Ace here on the backside. We'll also get the ace in the hole coming in from Score.
Oh, the juke.
Easy Ace, yeah. There was really no way he could get out of that. It's hard to escape from a wreck side.
Yeah.
Ooh, and Bloody Red Road is still gonna be having to run for his life. Ooh, flash forward from Fredo, not gonna find anything, but
I did just notice that Kog'Maw actually has cleanse and not heal. Nami is the one with heal on the side of you.
Yeah.
Or sorry, IU Bloomington.
Which is interesting considering the amount of stamina Nami has. You would have expected them to try to go for like some early kills, right? To get some attention from the jungler, and then go in for an early kill with maybe an ignite, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Ooh, Thief's also going very low. That's just more examples of why the Galio pick is so important. Ocean Drake going over to the red side. Not a bad pickup, especially with how much they're going to be roaming and skirmishing. Wow, Parnellix is getting very strong.
Very strong. He has most of his jungler item finished. He's going warrior. He is behind about 11 CS the Rek'Sai, but that Jackson powered ability is still very, very strong.
Yeah.
And we'll see that just get stronger as time goes on.
And
Um,
if we look at the difference between the two junglers, right, you have Rek'Sai, who's very much geared towards team fights, can take the early skirmishes fairly well, but
Yeah.
really doesn't excel at them. Just not as much raw damage as you have in Jax. So, and that's the main difference is when you build a Rek'Sai, you're going for those pure tank stats. When you're building when you're building a Jax, you're gonna be going for just the raw damage. Ooh, Froststone might be in trouble here a little bit. Gets caught up by the tide. It's like Exorcism able to throw in some damage to start disengaging for the rest of his team. We'll get them out of there, and at the same time picking up the kill.
I think at the start of that the Rek'Sai had the advantage, and then we saw like 3 or 4 ults happen all at the same time. We had the Zyra ult, we had the Nami ults, as well as the Galio ult, all in the same place, which brought the favor back over to the side of IUB.
Yeah, right now the gold lead is very close, only about 300 gold apart. So there's really not any sort of gap to close. They've been doing really good at just keeping pace, right? Like making sure that Purdue has been doing a really good job of making sure that they're on par with IU and not getting too far behind. So there's a lot to at least appreciate there, right?
Right. Objectively, they're both about the same. Purdue does have the Ocean Drake on their side. Outside of that, they're both 1-1 and 1 in towers. And each lane is 80 carries actually are the only in.
Yeah, exactly. Ooh, it looks like Rosto might be in a little bit of trouble here. Meanwhile, Bloody Red Road is going to have to try to get out of there. He wanted to stick around for the fight, but really couldn't do a whole lot. 3 diving in onto BBQ9, not going to find anything more, just trying to put down a little bit of damage and dissuade any sort of more fighting. So, but looks like there's going to be a bit of a siege down here in the mid lane.
Yeah, as I was saying, like the CS leads are pretty substantial on one side. I think what's keeping them ahead is their kills on the IUB.
Parnellix might have bit off a little bit more than he can chew here, trying to block as much damage as he can from Thieves. Will jump away to a minion. Meanwhile, it'll be Bloody Red Road picking up the kill onto Thieves. That was actually really well played from the side of Parnellix, knowing how much damage he can take. He wanted to get in there and do the damage, but he knew he couldn't stick around a whole lot longer. Ooh, it looks like 3 is going to be stunned. Will use the ultimate to try to get out. Chrono Break will not save him here, though. BBQ9 picking up that kill finally. That was actually really well executed.
It was really well.
Too bad I don't think he was really expecting the rest of the team to be able to like pick him up though.
I think it was one of those desperate, I'm gonna ult to see if I can escape.
Right, and not knowing exactly where your ghost is.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
I also think that he probably thinks he's stronger than he is right now, not necessarily as powerful as he could be. He doesn't have his Lichbane built yet. He went ahead and rushed the Hextech Proto Belt. So, which has its advantages, but you're not going to be taking towers very fast, and you can burst people with the Hextech, but
we do have the Echo teleporting, canceling the teleport back into the mid lane.
Ooh. Yeah, it's just going to be a straight siege for now in the mid lane, right? We do have teleport available from Exorcism, who is sitting here in the mid lane, might be able to get up to the top lane, but it looks like Parnellix is going to try to get up there instead. It's not like it's going to matter, though. That tower is very low. I think they were just more willing to let that fall than risk any sort of bad trade. Ooh, Bloody Red Road. Step a little bit too far forward and got stuck in the prison. Parnellix having to run a little bit further away, trying to get away from Thieves, who will ult. Looks like we have Exorcism coming in from the back. We'll jump onto Thieves. It might be the end. There it is. Exorcism able to kill off Thieves and sign his death sentence.
As we're seeing from a lot of both of these teams, actually, it looks like they're running either a 3-1-1 or a 1 rotation through the lanes. Mostly, I think, because we're not seeing a lot of like full 5-on-5 team fights. We're seeing a lot of skirmishes between 1 or 2 of each team.
Yeah.
and it's going pretty even on both sides, like where one lane will win and the other will lose.
Right.
Which is keeping the pressure in the lanes, and we're not seeing a lot of like actual full-on sieging. And I think as we get later into the game, with that Vagar, with his W stun, it'll make it easier for them to siege because it'll make the enemy afraid to come out to try and clear the waves. They'll have to clear the waves under the tower, which
It's still dangerous in its own because
Yeah.
you know you have to stay there. There's no really escaping from that tower. You escape, you lose the tower. You know, most
Yeah.
people, if you have a skirmish, you're
Exactly.
middle of the lane. You can run
And
back.
and the benefit of the Purdue side, they do have more of a dive comp, with the Zyra ult, the
Rek'Sai.
the Rek'Sai,
Right.
as well as the Kennen.
Yeah.
And once Kennen gets his Zanya's finished, if he's going full AD, so even then he can still dive them. Yeah, it's a
Yeah, we have the Mountain Drake being taken here. So that's actually going to be really big for them. We were just talking about their ability to siege, right? Yeah, Rek'Sai being able to clinch that Mountain Drake for themselves is going to be a lot of trouble. Meanwhile, we have more fights breaking out. Looks like Caitlyn will end up taking out the Kog'Maw. 3 going down to Thieves. Rozstone continues to chase in on the backside. Meanwhile, we do have Thieves picking up a kill onto Exorcism. 2 flashes coming out. Easy Ace, will he be able to escape? No, it looks like Rozstone will end up picking that kill. He will have the final say in this. Meanwhile, and they also have the Mountain Drake, so they might
It
be
looks
able
like
to
they might
take
be
this
rotating to
mid-tower.
Baron. Yes, it looks like they are rotating to Baron. With that, looks like they are. Yes, with that Mount Drake, they'll be able to kill the Baron a lot faster.
Yeah.
And I think they're strong enough now that they can burst it down fast enough. With the timers not having to worry about.
Yeah, barely 5 seconds passed, and they've already got half the Baron taken down. So
This is going to give them so much lane pressure to be able to siege with that Mount Drake now, as well as the Baron.
and we're only 23 minutes in.
Yeah. Playing against Purdue earlier in in 2 games, they really like to get the pressure on the top and the bot lane pushing, and they almost always go for a 25-minute Baron. I wouldn't be surprised in the next game if we see another 20-minute Baron.
No, probably not. Especially if they're able to keep the tempo like they have this game.
Exactly. And I wouldn't be surprised if they try and win a team fight and push for a win in this with the Baron.
Yeah, it wouldn't be surprising at all. We do have Jax kind of trying to keep that bottom lane shoving and trying to take that bottom turret. I don't know if he's going to be able to really take Thieves right now by himself solo. Thieves does have his ultimate up, so 1v1 might not be the best option. While the siege continues down here in the mid lane, though, might end up going down to Score and Rozstone, who Rozstone tanking that turret. He's so tanky right now.
Yeah. Let's get a Cinder Hulk, Deadman's Plate. Looks like he's building the Cinder Gem into possibly a warm-up?
Possibly. Well, if he's sitting on the cloth armor, not totally sure, but I guess we'll see where it pans out, right?
Yeah. I'm confused myself. Maybe he might build into a.
Wow. All right. Well, we do have Exorcism able to put the execute onto Barbecue, roasting him thoroughly. That will actually end up putting IUB on the defensive, Purdue on the defensive. There we go.
Yes,
Chasing
Purdue on the
backwards. That was fairly well executed. A good shutdown of any more aggression. Purdue was able to take that bottom turret, but at least they can't get anything else for it.
We can see though in the last 5 minutes how far this game has progressed just in goal and objectives. We can see that the game is only 8-11. However, Purdue now has about an 8,000 gold lead, mostly because of their objectives. They are 4 towers ahead.
Ooh, Score in trouble there, gonna end up being picked up by Farnellix, but yeah, continue.
They have so much lane pressure that they can just push these objectives, and IU has to play defensively, and I think at some point they're probably going to go for that one team fight.
Yeah.
Broke.
I think, yeah, and for now they're just kind of knocking down the doors, kind of making a little bit of a way for themselves. That way they don't have to fight through too much after they get a team fight win, right?
Right.
Because they're trying to make sure that, like, okay, if we win this team fight, we can just outright win the game. If we don't have to deal with these second tier turrets, we should be good. Should be all right. For now, it looks like lanes are for the most part resetting. We do, however, have Exorcism down here on the bot lane, trying to shove those minions to the tower and start almost taking it down. He's gonna have to back off though. So it's like IU is just not able to get the map pressure they really want, right? Not unless they start making picks. That's gonna give openings on the map for themselves. Unless they start getting those picks, they don't really have any openings to be super aggressive. They have to be playing this upkeep game, right? Where you make sure that your lanes are pushing away from your base, not constantly in on yourself, but also trying to farm up and make sure you can also get the items. It's a dangerous game because they have to play a little unsafe in order to get there.
Well, it is kind of working for them a little bit. I think if they can push, maybe even with the Veigar is very, very scary late game, especially with the Caitlyn. But they still have a pretty good comp. They can pull something around. With them pushing it behind now, they are only about 6,500 gold behind, whereas before they were about 8,000. So they're catching up in gold a little bit, but they just don't have the lane pressure. They don't have the push power as some of the other Purdue players do.
Yeah, they really like the wave clear.
Yeah.
It's the biggest issue. They don't quite have the wave clear. The only person who can really effectively push waves is the Echo using his Time Winder.
Yeah.
That's about it. Ooh, looks like 3 is going to be on the retreat here for a second. Doesn't really want to get caught up in the middle of a 1v4. Retreating back to the tower. A little bit of safety.
And see, we get the Veigar W up again, just to apply that pressure so they can just get the free.
Ooh, alrighty, fantastic. Ult coming in from 3 to save himself. Looks like we will have Parnellix circling around the side, trying to pick up anybody he can. It is going to put the side of Purdue on the defensive. Oh, a beautiful ult coming in from Exorcism, is able to knock up all 4. Rostone will be the first to go down. Exorcism dashing forward will end up being taken down by Score. Score in turn falling to Bloody. They'll continue the chase on to Fredo. Will he be able to pick this up? I don't know. Looks like Parnellix coming inside. However, he's going to be taken down. Thieves also coming in to join the party. Be a little bit late, but will pick up 2 kills for himself. All in all, in favor for the side of IU.
Yeah, definitely. And like I said before, like even though I do think that Purdue has some champions to scale much better into the late game, I think that IU has a much better team fight comp.
Yeah.
Which, seeing as how they can't really react to how much pressure Purdue is applying to the map, they are going to have to use that team fight to win this game.
Right, they're just gonna have to brute force their way through things.
Exactly.
I think that Purdue actually made a mistake by stacking up that many times. Ooh, who's gonna win this fight here? All right, looks like Parnellix is gonna end up just taking it. Yeah, he kind of. I think again we were talking about the difference between running Jax and running Rek'Sai, right? Rek'Sai might have a little bit of an early duel advantage, but not a whole lot. Rek'Sai's building mostly tank. Dead Man's Plate. That ended up actually being a locker of the Iron Solari. And the Kindle Gem is just kind of sitting there off to the side. Still don't know what that's going to be built into, but
Cooldown reduction? I mean, it's still good.
Yeah. But yeah, it's mostly tank stats though, right? So if you got into a fight with the Jax, who already has the Hextech Revolver, the Sheen, also running Warriors, there's not a whole lot you're going to be able to do there. You don't have the just raw fighting potential that Parnellix does.
Yeah, exactly. And I think now also that IU does have the Infernal Drake, they might actually be able to make a really good play here on this Baron. Maybe even steal, maybe get another ace. We might see a game turn around here.
I mean, hey, if it's anything like what we saw at the Dragon Pit, it might turn out okay.
Yeah. They might just walk away from it.
Be like, you know what? No, it's fine. It's yours. Ooh, 3 coming in with a beautiful 3-man stun. Fredo will be the first to go down. Score also being taken down by Parnellix to the backside. Looks like Parnellix will now jump onto 3 members, taking down both Score and BBQ. They can turn onto the Baron now. They have the opening. Thieves is running around the backside trying to open something up. I don't think he's going to be able to do it.
trying to harass him to get him
Yeah.
off the Baron, because Baron is pretty close to killing one of them. IU does pick up the Baron.
But Thieves is also really close to dying himself, so like it's not much you can do. The rest of your
Go
team
for
dies in
foresight.
front of you, you just stare in horror.
Yeah. Like I said, there is a perfect example of that IU team fight comp that we were talking about before. I think Purdue might be running for the hills here on their brute force. Usually they try and end the game by 25 minutes, and they are losing their objective lead, and now the gold lead is only 1,000 gold.
Yeah.
So
At one point it was 7,000, so like this
7
is
to 8,000, yeah.
huge gap that's being closed here. I mean, and that's mostly in kills, but also objectives around the map, you know?
Exactly. We also see a really huge level lead between the Jax and the Rek'Sai. 3 levels between it, which is pretty substantial.
Parnellix getting pretty deep. Looks like with the pings he's getting spotted a little bit. We'll see if he catches on though. Might try to grab Fredo, but Fredo kind of already sees this coming. Rawstone gonna be the first to find him. Nope, no stun coming there from Prison. Gonna be getting out safely. That was pretty ballsy for absolutely nothing.
Yeah, I'm not even sure what he was doing.
Not entirely. Like if you were trying to get vision, where's the vision, right?
Yeah. He wasn't even clearing vision.
Yeah. Maybe he was just kind of, you know, checking around, seeing the new territory. He's like, you know what? I think I'm gonna move in here. I'm gonna live here for a while. This is my place. I want to see that it's clean.
Yeah.
You know.
And I guess it's actually, he saw where they had vision.
Yeah.
Because he knew that they were rotating onto him.
Right.
So, yeah.
A
I guess
test.
that-
Yeah, because earlier we were talking about it's just as important to know where you have vision as it is, you know, where you don't, right? So if you don't see anybody popping up, now they know where Purdue feels safe, right? So they can be looking out and be like, okay, well, let's probably avoid the topside red for a bit. Ooh. The Nami tidal wave will be there to disengage. That's been a really fairly reliable tool for Nami this entire game.
And again, we see the gold lead just getting smaller and smaller apart. Now it is only 500 gold, whereas before it was 8,000. 4 towers to 5 towers. I'm gonna put this game in the favor of IU.
Yeah, right now it's looking that way. I mean, they've been able to swing so much in their favor just in the past 5 minutes. You know, it's kind of been impressive, especially in the beginning. We'll see where it ends up, I suppose, because there's still a lot of game left.
And I actually do see they're running a 4-1 comp to see if Jax can push in that bot lane,
Yeah.
while the rest pressure in that mid lane.
Ooh.
Especially with that Baron, they have a lot of ability to do that.
3 not even getting a chance to pop the ultimate. Now it's going to put them on the retreat. Yeah, that 4-1 comp works really well, except when you have one member that dives in, right? Or you know, gets picked off a little bit too early. Bloody Red Road having to kite backwards.
Pretty ballsy there.
Again, I think that he's trying to pull off these really intense kills. Wow, Bloody Red Road able to take down BBQ9 with the ultimate. Barnellix still in trouble here. Yeah, there's really not much he can do against Thieves. Like Thieves has been showing up this entire game. He's been fantastic, and Barnellix is doing really well too. But Barnellix just doesn't have the tools to really shed the amount of AP that Thieves is putting out. Even though Thieves is building all AD, there's still the AP scaling that he gets from his abilities.
Yeah, and I actually think that Thieves and maybe BBQ9 may actually be the only two with the same level as Parnellix to be able to actually even try to be on par with them.
Yeah, exactly. Ooh, the mid turret will end up falling to the side of IU, which is still more them shoving.
Yeah, and it actually now puts the gold favor in favor of IU.
For the first time this game, I actually believe.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it was really close for the longest time. I think anywhere from 100 to 50 gold early on, and then it was maybe 200 or 300.
Went out of control for a bit.
Yeah, 20 to 25 minutes is when Purdue really took a really strong lead. But I think we're getting into the stages where IU is really turning this around, and I think they're going to be trying to do a play here at Elder Dragon.
Yeah, it looks like the rest of his team is trying to warn Farnellix. Maybe it's time to get out, but
trying to force a fight or just getting vision control of the Elder Dragon.
yeah, it does look like all 5 members of IU are grouping down here. Probably expecting a fight of some kind. Farnellix on the outside will get caught up in the stun in the prison. Those auto attacks look like they're doing an awful lot of damage. We'll be taken down first by Score. Looks like we have 3 diving in on the back lane, attempting to do whatever he can to put as much damage as he can onto the back line of Purdue, but it won't be enough. Parnellix will be the only one to die in that fight.
And with Parnellix down, they may actually be able to get that Elder Dragon, unless they can pressure the mid lane here enough.
I think they're low enough. They're deciding to back. They don't want to be shut down because right now, well, because they backed, IU has mid lane priority, right? Even if they hadn't decided to back, IU probably would have been content not even worrying about Dragon and just pushing into the next. So it put Purdue in a really awkward position, right? Even having that fight and leaving so many members out.
Right.
So but they will end up going down here for the Elder Break, looks like. They might start it here in a bit. I don't know if they've actually spotted out 3 on the back side of this, who may try to steal, but they don't have a jungler down here with Smite, so this is going to be tough.
Parnellix is just coming back. Yeah, they get a free Elder Dragon, which is never fun.
No. Especially not when you have somebody, you know, like Vigar, who wants to be the ultimate. Now it's just going to burn him for a bit.
Yeah, it's crazy. We see that gold lead that was just in favor of IU go from 6, when they had a 1000k lead, just having the Elder Dragon fight and the Elder Dragon switch back to a favor in Purdue.
And part of that is because Parnellix was so far ahead, right? And they got the shutdown. Yeah, and that's going to at least 3 members of the side of Purdue, and so that's a lot of shared gold across.
Yeah.
So that's what's really showing up there, right? Is all of the assists that came on top of that, because everybody's getting a piece of that. They're getting 150 gold apiece. So that's a lot of team gold to share.
I think as we move into the later stages of the game, it's going to be all about vision control, because basically what we're fighting over now is jungle objective.
Yep.
And then towers.
Yeah.
Like the inhibitor towers. Defend and pressure. That's the name of the game now.
Right. And it looks like there's a lot of things going down again. Yeah, towards Baron. There's a decent amount of vision being put out here from the side of Purdue, and a little bit of ward clearing as well.
Yep. I did want to note that a lot of these teams like to go and set up their vision. Maybe not even start the Baron, but pull in the teams just to see if they can force a fight. If they feel like they're strong enough to win the fight, just to beat them, they'll just kill them and go and win the game.
Yeah, exactly.
Sometimes they don't even need the Baron.
Yeah, the Baron bait is a really effective tool, especially if you don't know if you really have the team fight power. You can see if they want to come in and maybe pick off a member or two before really committing to a full fight.
Exactly.
So sometimes it does require you to be a little bit bolder when it comes to actually going for those for that particular objective. Sometimes you actually have to start it. But if you can get those early picks, you may be able to do a lot for yourself. Ooh, 3 going fairly low. Looks like Bloody Red Robe is going to have to kite backwards, trying to take out Rostov. They're not able to do enough damage. Meanwhile, on the bot side, we do have Thieves, who is attempting to siege down this turret. 3 members in the mid lane for IU, not able to do enough.
I do want to note that I do think that BBQ actually meant to ult the Nami and not the person that he did. He would have got the kill and the pick.
Oh, wow. Fredo and Free both taking each other out. So, 1-for-1 trade, but this means it's a 4v4 near the Baron pit. Parnellix going to be the first one in there, followed up by the ult from Exorcism. It looks like Thieves is going to be the first one down. BBQ on the backside will also part of Parnellix. Score now in trouble. Will he be able to escape? Jumping over the wall? Nope, nothing. Exorcism will end up taking him out, and this means Baron coming out for IU.
IU again, yes. Unless we can see a really nice
steal?
Yeah, Rek'Sai is really good at stealing, just like
maybe. Oh, the steal now! Wow, that was impressive. It wasn't even the burrow under the wall; it was the flash over the wall.
I don't think he wanted to waste any time.
No.
Get in there and steal it. Yeah. Maybe he was trying to save his burrow to escape.
Right. That's kind of what I was thinking.
So,
Yeah, because you can get out fairly quickly, right? But if you come in, everybody knows where you're going. So.
And the thing is, Baron didn't actually go on to anybody in the game there. Rek'Sai just wanted to get it out of the hands of IU.
Yeah, it's all about slowing them down, trying to make sure they don't crack the base, but it looks like they're going to do it anyway. With 4 members up, they can do a lot here. Fredo going to die in about 2 auto attacks from Parnellix. That's a lot of damage being put out on one person.
Right. They're backing off. Looks like they're not going to try and pressure anymore. Even with Fredo and Rostone being down for 17 seconds, they're going to back off and try and pressure another lane.
Yeah, exactly. They're just going to back off and try to see what else they can pressure around. So it looks like we do have 3 on the bot lane already trying to push it a little bit and cause some of that pressure. A little bit of snowballing in the bot lane to start rolling down to the bot side for Purdue. Most of what's going to happen here, though, is it's going to be one team fight and then just shove into the base. That's kind of all the options they have left.
I gotta be really honest here. I'm impressed by how well this Jax is playing against the enemy team. Mostly because, like we talked about before, he's very, very predictable, but like he's still very strong. He's good at picking people off. He can pick off 3 or 4 people.
Ooh, wow. Well, speaking of which, being picked up, Parnellix looks like he's going very low. Will end up being taken out by BBQ9. Thieves going in for a little bit of PC action. Will find a stun onto Exorcism, who will have to jump backwards, tries to get some sort of knock up onto anybody. Will be left here alone, though. The GA will not actually save him there. Scorpion with the kill onto Exorcism. What we've been seeing from Parnellix has been exactly what he was doing there, right? You hide off in the wing, you get a little bit of vision, and then you jump in and assassinate somebody.
Yeah.
But Purdue had been smart and started laying visions a little bit early. That way they knew exactly where Parnellix was, because they know if they let Parnellix come in, it's going to be dangerous. Ooh, siege in the mid lane.
I'm actually starting to get a little bit worried for IU's side, whereas Purdue had that really strong lead between 20 and 25 minutes, and then IU turned it around. I do think now Purdue is starting to get that really late game with Kalen and Vagar. Get those easy picks off. They're going to be able to get the pressure in. And maybe turn this game around.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, there's a lot going down right now. It looks like, honestly, one more team fight could really spell the end, because we do have a cracked base, of course, for the side of Purdue, right? And then we have...
On Purdue's base.
Yeah.
In favor of IU.
Yes, thank you for clarification. So on Purdue's base in the favor of IU, and then on the opposite side, if they win a team fight and enough members survive, they could easily rush in, crack the base, and take the Nexus. It wouldn't be much of a problem. They do have so much damage coming out of the score, and BBQ9, of course, having already picked up all of his items, I think everybody here is full build. We're getting, with the exception of Fredo, still has one more item that he's trying to complete.
He's building wrong anyway. You don't build an amplifying tome. You should get control.
Right.
Supports always have one slot for
Right,
control.
exactly. I mean, come on, what are you doing? How dare you think that you deserve a 6th item? That is strictly reserved rewards. But no, you're absolutely right. And I think at this point they've kind of given up on the vision game, because they know it's essentially going to be ARAM from here on out, right? It's going to be one team trying to shove themselves into the other team's base. It's going to be head-on fights.
Yep.
So, I mean, even Parnell is trying to sneak around the bot side. Him and Exorcism are going to be down here trying to pick up whatever they can find. I think they're because they're trying to crack the base on the bot side. That way they have at the outer lanes, and it'll be really easy to rotate it in the middle.
Exactly. Any vision control that they're trying to do now isn't so much in the jungle anymore. It's just on the perimeter.
Ooh, the assassination coming out for Bloody Red Road. Fredo was not long for this world. Takes a bit of a nap. Alright, yeah, and it looks like there is going to be a little bit more base cracking going on here. Meanwhile, is a base race. Thieves going in on that turret. Parnellix will have to dash out. The stun landing on the raw stone. He will be taken down by Bloody Red Road. 3 going in for a little more action. Takes a couple turret shots. Gonna have to trade aggro and back out. Again, Bloody Red Road just absolutely destroying every member of IU. But they're not paying attention to Thieves. Oh man, will Thieves be able to crack the base?
Oh,
This could be it. Yeah, Thieves, he's on his last turret. He just has the Nexus left.
the Nexus is going down on both sides.
Yeah.
I don't think Thieves is gonna be able to pull it off.
No, he was really close though. Yeah. Wow, I didn't even know what to say there at the end. Yeah, I mean, it was a massive base race. Everybody get excited because that just happened. I mean, he had half the Nexus left. He got through both turrets in the time that it took 4 members of IU to get through both of their turrets. Then again, they were a little distracted.
Right.
But yeah, no, that was a fantastic first game coming out from Purdue and IU. Derek, thank you so much for joining with me on this cast.
Yeah. The other caster over here, Sid, who will be filling in for me in the next.
Sadly, he has more important things to do, is what he's saying.
Yes.
Yeah.
As a event coordinator, there's.
It's just a minor job. Okay, guys. Well, hey, thanks for sticking around for this first game. We will be right back in about 10 minutes or so while the other teams get set up again and reset for the second game in the grand final of the IU Kokomo Spring Invitational. So, hey, stick around for a really exciting game. All right, see you in a bit.
Alrighty, welcome to Game 2 of the Grand Finals at IU's Open Invitational. So, quick recap, in a 50-minute slugfest, IU Bloomington is able to win out in that first game. Warwick being banned out. Actually, bans coming out really, really quick here. The Warwick
Jax.
and the Jax being banned. They don't want to have to deal with that.
That makes sense. I mean, considering last time he absolutely ran over them with
And the
Jax.
Galio. I'm also not surprised to see that. Galio was very pivotal in that last win, being able to really disrupt the team, and that damage negation really coming through huge for
They
them.
drafted such a strong team fight. It was
Absolutely.
amazing. They were able to just they could see a fight happening. They were able to fuse it fast and then pick off the targets they needed with
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And at a first glance, you wouldn't actually recognize that super quickly. Like, oh yeah, Time Winder. Suddenly, oh, that's a great engage tool for
Right.
Galio. Like, you'd be like, no, not really.
Wait, yeah.
And they consistently, accurately did it quickly.
Yeah.
And this is going to be the Oriana from Thieves. And I think they're going to try to pick Malphite here, because whenever they get behind, they always pick Malphite and Oriana, and BBQ9 and Thieves lane swap.
Oh, you're right. That's what happened. Yeah.
They did it last time against Team 2, and then they also did it in the Fort Wayne tournament as well, about 3 times whenever they struggled in the first game.
Yeah.
So, I would not be surprised if
me
they pull
neither.
it out here.
Yeah. I do like the Malzahar coming out on
Yeah,
the side
and
of.
I was curious how that they were going to deal with this, because by banning the Galio, Jackson, Warwick, they leave open the Nami and they leave open the Malzahar for these other pick comps.
Yeah. And I think even Nami was still a pick last time. Ooh. All right, going with the Tom Kent.
Oh.
Tom Kent. There we go. I've been dying to see this all
aboard
game.
the Nope train.
Oh yeah.
You don't get to have any fun. There's a freaking lick a tongue over there.
It's like, oh wait, were you planning on deleting my carry? I don't. Oh wait, no, he's in my mouth. It's over. Sorry, you can all go home. And that's exactly how it
Gets
goes.
in my mouth. Sounds so awful.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Like, plus being inside of Tom Kench's mouth just seems like a bad thing. Yeah, no, it just seems like a really terrible thing. The Olaf pick. Also, the Olaf has been a really underrated pick in this whole tournament. I've seen him pick 3 times now, and he's always shown up. Very commanding early game, as you expect from Olaf.
Absolutely.
He scales off in the late game, but he just becomes such a crazy hyper tank. He's hard to
Well,
deal
if
with.
he hits that first axe, he's gonna hit every axe.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, and the Camille locked in.
Wow.
Camille into the Nautilus. I'm actually surprised to see that.
Pick comp. This is a pick comp. This is
absolutely.
hey, where are you? We're gonna find you. We're gonna kill you.
This is Malzahar. Oh, hang on. Let me flash over this wall and point click. So much counterplay there, first off. And point click, make sure that you
buy a
can't do anything.
QSS. Hey, no one really thinks about that, right? You have a Malzahar on the opposite side. What are you gonna buy? QSS. Assuming it hits level 6.
The problem, so the biggest issue that Malzahar brings to the table is, yes, you can buy QSS, but that means your mid laner has to buy QSS. That means your AD carry has to buy QSS. So that's delaying both your mid lane, both of your power picks by 1,300 gold.
Yeah, and I think that's why they actually picked up the Tom Kent, right? I mean, because the Malzahar came up before that. They picked up the Tom Kent because whoever gets locked down by Malzahar can immediately be picked up by the Tom Kent, which stops.
What if it is the Tom Kench, though?
Then I think Malzahar messed up. There may be a problem there that needs solving. Yeah, but then we have, of course, the Caitlyn and the Kazakhs coming out on the side of Purdue.
I actually really like the team that Purdue has drafted here. I think it's very strong overall. They have slight wave clear issues, but really not any, like, they have wave clear, but it's very light wave clear. It's not like a Ziggs provide or a Victor could provide.
As long as they're not faced with super minions, they should be okay. Once the super minions start coming in, it's gonna be rough on them. But before then, they should be able to deal with their manage their minions fairly well. So
Absolutely.
However, on the side, we're not seeing a whole lot of wave clear out of the side of IU, which could be a problem.
Is this going to be the Vayne? I don't think so. There's too much. Oh my lord.
Well, spoke a little bit too soon there.
I mean, I'm fine with being wrong. I like watching his Vayne. The problem is that you have point click Nautilus.
Yep.
You have Kazakhs. who can eviscerate him. You have Oriana Shock Blast,
Mhm.
and you have Tom Kench.
There's so much to look out for there. You, as a Vayne, you have to make sure either you're taking out the Tomkin first, or you're not getting picked off by the Kha'Zix. There's
And
not
to
really
give him
any
credit,
route.
he is a very, very good Vayne.
Mhm.
He is a very good Vayne. But the problem is,
It's Vayne.
I mean,
it's still Vayne.
so
You don't have a
the
whole lot of
biggest,
escape tools.
as I was watching this last game, the biggest issue that I saw was the early game.
Yeah.
And you're drafting
In-
a somewhat mid to late game team comp.
right, exactly. How are you planning
So
on surviving?
are you going to surrender harder in the early game and potentially give up the game before you can even scale?
Surrender at 19?
I don't think it'll be that bad.
Probably not. All right, well, we are going to go ahead and jump out real quick. We will be right back with you guys in about 3 minutes. We load onto the Rift here, wait for the spectator client to catch up. Make sure to join us back on the Rift in, again, about 3 minutes, where we will be ready for some insane action coming out of Purdue and IU.
pumped. I'm super
It's
excited.
so exciting. Okay, we will see you guys in a bit.
Welcome back. We are loading up onto the Rift now, just getting into the game. And I was right, it is going to be the lane swap from Thieves and Barbecue 9. Here's the thing, I think Thieves can only play Oriana for mid
I
lane.
think you might be right, actually.
And that's why they lane swap it.
Right.
If they want to pick Ori, they throw Thieves mid. If they want to pick anything else, they don't put Thieves mid.
Yeah, do you think BBQ9 doesn't actually know how to play Oriana then?
I don't think it's that he doesn't know how to play Oriana. I just think that he might be better at... Because if you look at Thieves' match history, Thieves plays a lot of carry top laners.
Right.
He doesn't really play any kind of
Tanks.
tanks.
Right.
But if you look at Gungu or Barbecue 9, he does play a lot of tanks as well as he plays a lot of mid laners. He does play Orianna, but I think Thieves is better at Orianna.
I will say I like the excitement coming out of the side of IU, right? I mean, like everybody is flashing their masteries, so they're clearly geared up for a super exciting game.
Well, from my understanding, this is Bloody Red's Road's best champion. This is Easy Ace's best champion. This is one of Three's best champions. Parnellix, well, I mean, he got banned, so.
Yeah,
I mean,
when he gets
Olaf is
picked
still
out,
one of his better champions.
right,
And then this is Exorcism, one of Exorcism's most played.
right.
I don't know how much he's played since the nerf.
So we're really getting like the top of the line, what they had prepared, like just we're
They're
getting the best.
comfort picks. They're
Right.
comfort picks at
Okay,
least, not
yeah.
necessarily the best team comp.
Right. I'm thinking
However-
the best for these particular competitors, right? People they're
Yes.
really comfort on something that they feel they can perform very well on. They're confident.
Yes. And I'm curious to see how Purdue answers with this, because we haven't really, like, we've seen the Caitlyn, sure, we've seen the Orianna, sure, we have not seen the Kazakhs, we have not seen the Nautilus from BBQ9, and we have not seen the Tom Kench at all.
Yeah, no, Tom Kench hasn't made a single appearance this entire tournament. There's really been nothing. He hasn't shown up at all. And so
Absolutely.
seeing them actually use the Devour is what I'm going to be really interested in, especially when you're going against somebody like Vayne, right? Who's going to be able to pop your ADC so quickly. Being able to have somebody who can take the ADC out of danger quickly is going to be really important, right?
Absolutely.
Early trading going down in the top lane. Wow.
Exorcism brought very low. Oh, does get some nice damage back with that W, though, and the heal. Fantastic from a trade back from Exorcism there. Able to keep himself healthy. He would have lost out very heavily on that trade had he not landed that.
Yeah, it would have been difficult. The early trading from Nautilus that you get just from your shield passive and the your regular passive, it's so heavy. If you're standing toe to toe with a Nautilus at level 2, you're probably gonna end up losing that trade because you don't have enough health to like actually sustain through it,
Absolutely.
or even the damage output to really match it.
100%.
And it looks like Olaf Parladix is going to be going for the full clear here, trying to pick up whatever he can in the jungle, trying to push himself to that level 6 point. He's at level 4 right now, so prime ganking time. Looks like
He is trying to level
3 is a little bit out of position. We do have a jump in the middle.
Flash, unfortunately, by the looks of it. We didn't actually have vision on it when it happened, just because I'm pretty sure that was an immediate flash since he didn't lose any health.
Right.
So we didn't snap to the mid lane. We do see Parnellix pop the ghost there, but it looks like it doesn't gonna matter because he does get devoured and right onto the trap from Score, getting that headshot and double buffs for Fredo. Exorcism going in on BBQ9 and does get some decent damage on. And it looks like Free is actually in trouble here, having to burn the ghost, and does he go down? He does.
The last auto!
From Thieves is enough to finish off.
And honestly, I think he was in trouble anyway. He had the red burn on him, so he was only in double-digit health.
He was chugging a pot, so I think he does live there.
Yeah.
If that last auto doesn't come through, but yeah, he was in trouble.
It was
The
dangerous
red buff.
anyway.
Yeah. Oh, good flash. Oh, good escape from Exorcism right there, making sure that he does not die. Very, very, very close from that Cosmic.
It's been pretty dangerous for them anyway. In the top lane, there's been a lot of trades that really haven't gone favorably for Exorcism. He's playing the lane correctly, but there's just no way to outtrade him out. Not this early.
No, not at all. So unfortunately, we're only 5 minutes in the game, and already IU Bloomington is suffering the effects of having such a late game team comp. They're already down by 1,100 gold, and this is only 5 minutes in. Exorcism has to leave here. He's gonna die.
Nope, not gonna get anything there.
He had no mana. He
Yeah.
was not respecting that. He needed to recall there and to get back to lane with the teleport. Overstaying and being very greedy with that.
On top of that, I really like the combination of having Kha'Zix and Nautilus in the top lane
Oh,
for that gank, right?
absolutely.
Especially against Camille, who at her passive lets her block one form of damage right from the first attack lands on her.
What do you choose?
Right, exactly. Well, you don't really get to, right? That's the thing. You get auto attacked by the Nautilus, who does magic damage, but then you get jumped out by the Kha'Zix, who's doing physical damage, right?
So actually, here's a cool interaction with Camille. So if Nautilus auto attacks you without his passive, so without the root, so if he auto attacks you, and then you auto attack Nautilus before he does any more magic damage to you,
Yeah.
you will actually get a physical damage shield.
Interesting. Okay,
So
yeah.
it's whatever you take as last damage from that champion, that's what you will get as a shield.
Right, okay, so ideally, and I think this was actually planned in the top lane by Nautilus and Kha'Zix, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Like, there was the Riptide, which actually was the last thing to hit.
Right.
The Riptide, which causes magic damage, and then didn't attack her after, didn't land at all.
Oh yeah, no, they played that very well with the magic damage
Yeah.
shield and everything. I was just saying that an interesting interaction for future reference
Yeah.
is that if she, well,
Yeah, that is very interesting, actually. So thank you for sharing that. Yeah, we are gonna. I mean, of course, trying to clear out a little bit of vision. That was actually a big point of contention last time. Was how much both teams were going through the jungle and clearing out the vision. You clearly saw a line.
Oh, Pernell is
down the
actually
map.
having close to the Oriana here.
They're not really gonna cross paths.
Looks like they're
though.
kind of just fighting over kind of some wards in there,
Right.
and it looks like Olaf is going to back down.
Again, that's something that these teams do a lot: is fighting
Is
over
he
vision.
starting Dragon?
He could be. No, I
Oh,
think
he's
he's
waiting.
waiting there. He wants to go ahead and come down. He hasn't moved yet, though. I think that we're trying to make a decision, and eventually decided, you know, it's probably not great for me to announce my presence in the bottom lane, considering they're not actually pushed past the halfway point yet.
Absolutely.
And it was gonna be a bit until, you know, that was actually gonna happen. So he's
Well,
gonna wait
also-
for a better time.
Right, and also he can't take the dragon solo there because I mean, for example, look, Score is going to continually push them in over and over and over again on this Caitlyn.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what Caitlyn's basically built to. Oh, excuse me. Basically built to do. Is she is just. The dredge line coming in from onto the Camille. Camille having to use hookshot to get away there.
And that's the story of top lane, really. It's like you have Nautilus with the dredge line, but then you have, it's almost like an aesthetic dredge line that just pulls the person out. So dredge line and hookshot, it's going to be like that until Camille can actually get a hold of the Tiamat, right, to be able to sustain a little bit more through the fights, and hopefully can get that, it can pick that up before Nautilus is really able to hit that.
Oh, the roam down
Sunfire
from
break.
Oriana. I don't think that they know. This looks like it's going to be a 3 to maybe even 4-man. Yep, it looks like it's going to be a 4-man dive here.
They do have
Olaf
a
is
ward there.
hovering. Olaf is hovering. The pings are coming down, but do they know?
I think they do.
Olaf is waiting. Olaf is waiting in the wings, but I don't think it's going to be enough time.
They want to try to turn this a little bit. Olaf is actually taking blue buffs off of that.
So the barrier coming down from Bloody Red Rose, and Nami still alive?
Yeah, it's still alive, just barely though.
They only get one.
Rifts might
Almost-
actually end up.
Oh.
Oh, I thought they were
Almost.
still taking aggro.
I thought that one more tower shot was going to come down too.
Yeah.
Pernellix coming just in the nick of time, and actually we have 3 in the wings.
Ooh.
Is he level 6?
No,
He is. He's level
is he?
7. Malzahar's level 7.
Ooh, man, this might be dangerous. He's not gonna actually come down though. He's gonna decide to stay mid
I
lane.
think they could have. All he had to do was throw on space aids onto Malzahar and throw down the.
Yeah, and throw down his ultimate. Right.
I was the minions. His W.
Oh, yeah, voidlings.
Yeah, that's. I could
Right.
not for the life of me think of what those are called. Holy crap! I must be pretty darn tired.
It's okay. Everybody has those moments, right?
And
No, maybe those malefic visions are getting to you.
I will forever call them space aids. I don't care that it's called Malefic Vision. It is forever space aids.
Okay,
in my mind.
noted. Yeah, no. I mean, he could have come down. I think he decided to stay in the mid lane a little bit longer because if he had
Well, he
come down,
was
it would have
there.
been a.
He did go down there. He was sitting right in the bot side, right in that bush, and opted out of coming in.
Right.
When he saw the Kha'Zix.
Right.
And he probably could have just killed Kha'Zix by himself right there. The problem is I think he was afraid that the Tom Kench would have flashed and eaten the Kazakhs.
Yeah, that I mean, which is viable, right? I mean, that's
Oh,
the entire
absolutely.
reason you have the top gets there.
And it looks like the Ocean Dragon is going to go over to Purdue here. It's pretty uncontested here, unfortunately.
That's gonna be really good on Rodstone. Fantastic on Rodstone. He can go for these loose skirmishes, right? And then immediately go back to jungling and gain so much health back. Wow, the early
Wait a
Rift
second.
Herald coming in.
Are they giving Rift Herald to Vayne?
I think they might be. Can they even take it down though? Is the problem?
Well, if they wanted to, yes, they definitely could, but they're opting in to try to force down, and they're actually looking to do exactly what Purdue Gold just did on the top side here.
The best
Their
part
wave
is-
coming out. This is exactly what's going on.
Wow, are they able to
And
pull this
Olaf
off? There we
not
go.
Giving a damn. That Ragnarok just makes it so difficult to be able to do anything against Olaf.
He took every single tower shot there until the very
just didn't
last
care.
one.
I mean, he took the dredge line and the knockup from Olaf, and
Yeah.
he's just like, yeah, by the way, I'm not moving because you can't move me.
There's really nothing you can do here, so why would I leave? Yeah, no, exactly.
You don't get a choice in this matter.
Not at all. It looks like we do have a lot of pressure going down on the bot side turret, though. Just a trait and aggression coming out of on the side of Purdue, knowing that they can take advantage of the fact that there is nobody in the bot lane. They're able to put down a lot of damage down here. However, Nami is here to save the day. EZA is coming out on the side, looking to start something
The
here.
bubble does land from EZA's. I don't. Oh, the stun just didn't land.
Yeah, the stun didn't land, which is too
Oh,
bad.
the flash from
A little bit
Exorcism.
too late. Looks like Exorcism might be in trouble here.
Yeah,
Wow.
that flash forward was a little bit ambitious, unfortunately.
Because the flash forward is actually supposed to be attached to the W that was there, but it was a little bit too late.
Well,
So-
even if the W lands into the ult, the Kha'Zix was still over the wall, and since they didn't have any vision there,
Yeah.
it was a dangerous play to make.
Yeah, it was questionable, but mostly out of desperation. They knew they had to try to get something because that tower is already really low and it's only 12 minutes into the game. So.
Which is crazy because they're already 3,500 gold down and
Yeah.
12 minutes in. The Camille does blow up more top here, does get the stun off actually, he got some decent damage.
Again, we were talking about the amount of damage that that Nautilus puts out, and that at some point Camille will be able to rival that. Picked up the Sheen first, and that's why Camille's able to have that strong trading power, right? Is because the Sheen on top of your other abilities, it's gonna give you just so much.
Well, the Sheen proc on the so this is actually what I find stupid about Camille. I actually didn't think the rest of her kit was really that broken. The only thing that I found broken about her kit was the fact that Sheen damage also increases the true damage on the second.
Yeah, that is ridiculous.
Oh, why do I have a 900 crit true damage shot on me? Oh, it's because Sheen actually turns into true damage. Yeah, that doesn't make sense. Come on, Ryan.
Yeah, come on, this is magic damage. Just make it magic damage like everything else, or percent health damage. Come on, go with the program. Yeah, we do have AZAs coming through here, clearing out a little bit of vision, trying to move things around. They might turn around and pick up the Rift Herald, but I highly doubt that.
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't think Rift Herald is on the table.
Yeah.
The only opportunity they had to take it is when they were taking it, and they decided that they were going to prioritize taking top tower and then recalling to bottom,
Right.
versus actually finish the Rift Herald and then take it.
Right, and that was actually probably the better choice there, because they
I
could
mean,
have lost bottom tower if they let those that minion wave that's at the bottom crash into it. They're already pinging for it. If they let that minion wave crash into it, it's definitely going to fall. All it
So-
takes is a stiff freeze.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But the only thing is that Rift Herald is a 20-minute buff. It's
Right.
20 minutes. You take 5% less damage, and you also just straight up get to have
Extra damage on
Yeah.
your auto attacks, right?
Yeah.
It would be nice, but I don't think they're just gonna prioritize it right now because it just doesn't seem like something
Right.
they really need.
Oh, the ultimate
Ooh.
coming down from Thieves. The tongue not quite landing. Stopping to actually cast the silence, and the command move actually doing quite a bit of damage to 3 there. They're having to surrender this tower. The dredge line not quite landing.
Falls a little bit short.
I think BBQ9 there is actually a little bit stunned because after he missed Q, he kind of just stood there.
Right.
Oh, Parnellix off on the side looking to try to. Oh, gets deleted by that ultimate.
It's not tanky enough just yet. There's not enough tank stats on Parnellix. Oh,
What the? When did Vayne get in there?
he was invisible. That explains why we didn't see him.
Apparently invisible from us.
All right. Yeah, no, he rolled into the backside trying to pick up something and knew he
But that
was
was just so
invisible.
disjointed.
So.
The target selection from IU Bloomington was very, very poor in that fight. Both Exorcism and Pernelix were not on the same page with who they wanted to kill, as well as so. Pernelix's ult, when he is not using it, he actually gets 40, 60, 80 magic and armor, or magic resist and armor, and then as soon as he uses it, he loses that armor and magic resist.
Yeah.
So he becomes a lot less tanky when he's ulting.
Right.
So he sacrifices those tank stats and the ability to be able to. That's actually really smart from Easy is there, trying to pull the wave, make sure that none of that damage was coming down on the tower.
Yeah, being able to pull those off to the side, that's a really good mechanic to have in your back pocket, just in case you get into a seed situation.
Or just a foresight to know that.
Yeah.
That was a good job. So unfortunately, we do see a 40 CS discrepancy by 16 minutes in the top lane. That is unfortunate.
I mean, on top of that, if we look at the gold lead, there's about a 7,000 gold discrepancy overall in favor of Purdue. So.
I mean, that is a lot. Well, I guess 7,000 isn't quite just from the 3 towers that they have.
Right.
But
It could also be the 7 kills on top of that.
yeah, but I mean, between the kills and the towers, like, there's a lot of standing gold that if IU Bloomington is able to capitalize on it,
They could easily put themselves back.
they could start to come back in the game. And that would be the road that they need to take if they want to get back in this game.
Right.
And it looks like it's going to be a second Ocean Dragon coming over to Purdue Gold.
I think part of the problem is how disjointed they've been. Their team comp is, right? Because their team comp almost seems like it's not sure what it wants to
Nice
do.
ultimate from Exorcism.
Not able to beat that flash over the wall, though. We still do have Parnelix coming in from the side. Gonna try to throw.
The Drudgeline missing. Oh no, that's horrible.
Those axes not quite able to find their mark, but I mean they're doing a decent amount of damage to ones that actually find their way in. Ooh, that shield is so much, but he will also be taken out. 1-for-1.
Courage of the Colossus came up right at the end. They were creating an even bigger shield with that W.
Yeah.
Just giving him just enough health to be able to survive long enough to pick up the kill back on Pernelix.
It might have been smarter to let Exorcism jump in there and take him out rather than jump in himself, because he didn't have enough health at the time. He could have decided not to take the turret shot.
I didn't think he thought he was going to take that last tower shot.
Right.
And if he hadn't, obviously he would have survived.
Yeah.
But I think he thought he was going to live there. I thought he was actually going to live there, but that extra auto attack with the root,
Right.
with the Courage of the Colossus coming back was huge.
Either way, the thing is, he stepped into turret range, right? He only had enough health for one turret shot, so there wasn't really much of a way for him to do all
Yeah, and you're absolutely right. Like, Camille should have been the one to go in first. Unfortunately, he did actually hesitate back off. He was back at the boot camp instead of continue forward, and I don't.
That's one thing that I've seen a little bit from these teams in the past 2 games, right? Is stress.
Oh, the Nether Grass is coming out, and
see, exactly what we talked about.
This is where, oh my goodness,
wow,
he is being called out of my bloody red rose here. The command shot and the barrier.
Oh, not enough damage. That hurts
so much to kill bloody red rose there, though.
Yeah.
And to be able to save Thieves, I mean, ultimately it's a win for you because you don't lose a member and the enemy team does, but the fact that this Vayne, who is at the time was 0-2-1, down 40 CS, was able to almost solo out the Orianna is not a good sign for them.
Yeah, but on the other hand, you do not, we should note that there are 4 turrets down on the side of IU at 20 minutes. That's nothing to really stop that, you know? You're waiting for the late game with Vayne, and right now it's kind of looking like they're not going to get there.
Yeah,
so that should be scaring them. Right.
That's what we were talking about right at the start. Is you picked a team where you struggled with in the early game, which is where apparently Purdue thrives. But I don't think they know what happened. I don't think Purdue know what to do when they get to the mid game, and the late game.
Right, exactly. And even though Jin is not necessarily a top tier pick right now, I would have preferred to see the Jin over Vayne. Because
the problem is I don't think he plays a lot of Jin. Is the issue.
That makes sense. Yeah.
he does play a lot of different picks, but I do not think that Jin is one of those picks,
Right.
unfortunately.
Yeah, because their team comp just seems, again, like it doesn't know what it's trying to accomplish.
Well, it's the pick and the re-engage.
Yeah.
Like that's what they're super good at. And, all right, I guess the ultimate coming. Oh, the Camille going in onto. Oh, nice
Flash out.
there to dodge the command shockwave. I think that would have been the end of Exorcism there had he not finished that. And it looks like they are. Oh, the Nethergrass landing. This might be the end. Oh.
Raw Stone, no, you can never count them out when Tom Kent is around.
I thought, for the briefest moment, I thought Score was also a part of IU
Right.
Bloomington, and so I thought he was going down because Score was there to kill him, and
Yeah, right? You know, it was a little bit terrifying because you're like, oh no, it's Score. And you go, oh yeah, no, that's Purdue. You're fine.
they're
He's
on
okay.
the same team.
Right, exactly. I think they'll be okay. All of a sudden, Score turns on his
Olaf is
teammates.
trying to hunt down this Nautilus, and
He doesn't have
taking
the
a
damage
lot
available.
of damage.
Yeah, for an Olaf that is looking for pure tank stats, all he has is the Phage to really do anything, and that's a base crack at 21-27.
Yeah, unfortunately, they just are not able to do anything here. And oh,
That might be a lot of damage going to Rostone. There's the death! There is the death! The last tick of
would
that.
not have mattered, by the way, because it still would have taken damage here in Tom Kench's belly.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh, the
exactly.
Nethergrass landing on top with the bubble. There was no way that they could save them. It locked him up. The Undertow's coming out of the Olaf, and the Vayne is able to pick him up. Oh no, it actually goes over to Olaf with that true damage lightning strike.
But either way, I mean, that's still good money going over to the side of
Oh,
IU.
that's fantastic. What is that? That is what? 3 or is it 4? No, because
That was-
Malzahar gets a triple.
Right.
So they get 4 shutdown kills.
Yeah, exactly.
4 shutdown, or 3, because Nautilus wasn't on a killing spree. But
Looking back, Bill, I mean, it closes the gap a little bit, but they're still down about 9,000 gold.
they were down almost 11,000 gold.
Right.
And now they're only down a little over 8.
Right. And see, the only way that I see the win condition here for Purdue, right, is to close out this game as quickly as possible. They need to close it out in the next 10 minutes.
before the 30-minute mark.
Yeah.
They have to close it out before if they go any longer than the 30-minute mark, I think they lose.
They're going to be in trouble. Yeah. Because of how much.
Well, Bloody Red Rose's mechanics on Vayne and his absolutely absurd off-meta builds are actually coming through huge. And they, like, did you see his Kog'Maw builds last game? Frozen Mallet Spirit Visage.
Oh, you're right. Yes.
And it was just like, really? And he still shredded people.
Yeah, it was actually pretty amazing. I like seeing his builds so far in this tournament have been very odd,
But they've been very effective.
Right.
And this is a desperation Baron coming out of
they
IU
don't
Bloomington
need
here.
to do this. They don't need to do this
The
right
problem is that I know Purdue wants to force this. And they cannot give it up, unfortunately.
Right.
So they were trying to do it off the backside.
But the problem is they don't have. Okay, if they had Mountain Drakes, I could see them doing it. But
If they knew, actually no, they do know. If they knew, or if they thought that they had they have an inside track into mid lane right now. They could kill the Caitlyn and the Tamatenge and the Orange right now because Nautilus just used teleport and they saw Kha'Zix walk through mid lane.
right. So they know he's taking the ocean break. If they decide to go for it now, they could be okay. Nautilus is back.
They're
on the
recalling.
top
They
lane.
can just if they had ran straight to Baron instead of clearing these wards.
Right.
They probably could have rushed it down with the Vayne, who has the Blade of the Ruin King and that Phantom Dancer very, very quickly.
Right,
It
they
would
might
have
have
been
been able to
risky, but I think that's the only opportunity that you have to actually take that out.
Yeah,
Especially
I think
with
so
the
too.
Kha'Zix bot lane.
It looks, and especially because it looks like the side of Purdue is looking towards that Baron. We do have a pause here, which we're gonna have to wait for.
I will actually go find out what that pause is.
Yeah, sounds good.
Really quick. So I will be right back momentarily, trying to figure out what the pause is for.
Okay. Well, it sounds like there was a few peripheral issues. Someone had to reset their keyboard, so we will be loading back in shortly. When we left, though, you can see 4 members of. How much are we allowed to talk about? Because the players are sitting right there.
I mean, there's really nothing we can talk. I mean, they're also 3 minutes ahead of us.
Not the pause though. They're still paused.
They can see the screen though.
I mean, I suppose so.
Unfortunately, we can't really say much.
Yeah, we can't really
Unfortunately,
talk
because the
strategy.
players are right here. However,
What's your favorite movie?
don't ask me favorites, man. I have
Okay.
too many.
Okay. Well, that's completely fair.
What kind of music do you like to listen to?
It's a lot of punk actually. It's a lot of like
Nothing-
old school
nothing wrong
punk,
with it.
right? Like
The classics,
Black
man.
Black Flag, Misfits, like that sort of thing. Yeah.
All right, yeah, I gotcha.
Yeah, a lot of that. So
Hey, fair enough. Nothing wrong with
maybe
that.
some
Man.
noise funk every once in a while. Like that's pretty good. Actually, Anamanaguchi every once in a while when I'm feeling that way, like that's been a thing every once in a while too. Let's see, I found a Viking folk metal cover of Immigrant Song. That was good.
Hey. Really bad mannered. That's not your
Okay, guys. Well, we will be back here shortly.
A summoner has disconnected.
I couldn't see it.
Yeah, we are having a couple of technical difficulties trying to get a computer restarted because there is a keyboard issue, which is attempting to be resolved. So we will have that taken care of here shortly. Sadly, we can't talk about the game because we do have the players sitting fairly close to us. So if we happen to talk about the game, we are at the same point currently. So
Yeah, that makes it kind of difficult. Yeah, that makes it kind of difficult to be able to really do much.
Right, exactly. Because I mean, if we were to talk about things, it's all things that are live right now, and so they would be able to kind of get the inside track on what's actually happening. So it makes it difficult.
All right, we are actually going to be right back after the short break. We'll obviously have an advance notice. It looks like we are still at the very least 3, maybe 5 minutes out from this pause. So if you guys want to go use the restroom without wanting to miss anything from this game, now would be the time to do it. Go get a drink, use the bathroom, go get a snack.
Talk to your friends, call your parents. Lots of options.
I mean, I don't know how much your parents would, appreciate being called 3 o'clock in the morning, but hey.
Probably not going to be great, but yeah, we will be right back, guys. Probably about 5 minutes or so. We'll be back.
Yep.
Yeah.
A summoner has reconnected.
All right, guys, we are getting back here from our pause. Hopefully, you guys are done getting your drinks and making your popcorn and getting your barbecue
And
ribs.
telling your parents.
Yeah, I hope they're nice. I hope they're doing well. Okay, speaking of doing well, everybody here is doing completely okay. We were getting ready to unpause here in a couple of seconds. What we're looking at here, though, is we do have a large congregation of fighting that could possibly break out around the Baron Pit. There's some vision being taken down. We have 4 members dedicated to that side. They could also decide to just bum rush the inhibitor there.
The problem is that you have the Kazakhs that was showing in the bot side.
Right.
So blue side cannot safely take Baron. They can try to. Pernelix.
There's a lot of damage that they've got available, so there's a lot that they can do.
Pernelix does have to use that Ragnarok to get away.
Yeah.
And the Ghost. Ooh, that is a lot of damage coming down on Pernelix. They might have to give a Baron here, but it looks like they're actually going to try to take Inhib first.
Looping's onto Inhib, mean a lot. Ooh,
no.
Exorcism.
Exorcism is caught out, and he's actually going to get away. The nice condemn. Oh, wait, the prediction of the invisible.
The melt!
So much damage coming out of these.
Like ice cream on a hot day. Bloody Red Road was not able to go. That would be a terrible flavor of ice cream. Sorry, Rocky Road was already taken. Yeah, no, so it just absolutely melted there under the weight of, under
the
the weight
command
of
move and dissonance.
Thieves, yeah.
Down to 5% health. Exorcism does get stunned up here. Does he ult up? But it does not matter. The Nethergrass onto Mouse, or onto Nautilus of all.
Probably not the best choice there. There's way too much health there to be pulled away by just a mount alone.
Absolutely. And that is the inhibitor going down, but we shall see if...
Oh, Ace! Stepping way too far forward.
Easy Ace walking forward straight into an unwarded bush.
Yeah, and there's so much damage coming out of these. Even just the dissonance is enough to be terrifying.
And it's
Wow, and chasing around Pernelix on the backside.
Oh, the command shockwave and the
Oh, the plays out of Thieves here though, they're so fantastic. He's actually doing so well on this Oriana. This is better than what we've seen.
This is about the only.
This is about
the only mid laner that he plays.
Yeah.
And so, looks like it's three Ocean Drags on the side of Purdue. This is just a game that's ticking for Purdue. If they continue to out-rotate here, the game's going to be over within 2 minutes.
Yeah, it might be the end for IU, you know.
Absolutely.
Ooh, Bloody Red Road.
Wait, I didn't realize that you could dodge. No, wait.
No, it was the dredge line. Yeah, he canceled it.
Oh,
Did he roll out of it?
Yeah.
Bro, yeah, that was a really odd interaction. I'm not entirely sure what that was.
I don't think I've seen that before.
No, me neither. I think it might have been just within a few frames that works. Because I know you can do that with certain abilities, but most of them are.
Oh no, getting very
Wow.
caught out in the jungle here, and it looks like this might be game over for IU Bloomington.
That was heavy, very heavy.
Absolutely.
There's just so much damage coming down here. Just Score by himself is able to melt people just with 3 autos. The amount of shred is so intense. It's like putting people into an oven and just turning it on to 3,000.
It's like the pressure cooker earlier, the Jarvan.
Yes!
The Jarvan.
And I love that analogy too.
The Dragoline pulling Vayne and getting absolutely annihilated. Score walking forward, last headshot on Nami.
From a command move and then dissonance. And there's no resistances either on the side of IU. There's nothing there for them to, rely on to be able to disperse some of the damage. Shockwave's not going to hit anybody, but it really doesn't matter too much.
Yeah, this looks like
getting hit up, but
here Exorcism getting absolutely blown up.
There's 3 downed inhibitors and Baron empowered super minions.
And that is going to be the conclusion of game 2. It is going to be 1-1, and we are going to have a game 3. So, in the brief moment between games, we are going to take a 10-minute break, I
10
believe, or
minutes.
is it 5 minutes? It's going to be as quickly as possible.
So don't move anywhere. Keep your butts on the couch and just stay there. Just stay
unless,
there.
of
We'll be
course,
right back.
you have to go to the bathroom again or call your mom again. And yeah, we'll be right back. All right, welcome back to Game 3. Basically, long story short, we had some spectator issues, and we are actually back now. All of the picks and bans have been done. On the side representing IU Bloomington, we have Shen in the top lane. We have Master Yi in the jungle. Yeah, it is early in the morning.
Very early.
Ziggs in the mid lane, Ezreal in the AD carry position, and Karma representing support. And for Fort Wayne, we have not Fort Wayne. For Purdue, we have Rumble in the top lane, the Kazakhs in the jungle, Talon in the mid lane, Ashe as AD carry, and Braum as the support. So historically, at least as far as this tournament has gone, whenever they have picked Talon, he's heavily tried to roam. However, I don't think he can do that against this Master Yi.
See, here's what's really confusing, right? So, Purdue had the first pick. They picked up the Rumble. They saw the Shen and the Yi get picked up. And
No. Bloomington actually had first pick,
Okay,
and they
yeah.
first picked the Karma.
That makes a little more sense.
And then
Okay.
second round, Rumble was picked with the Kazakhs, I believe, which was answered with Ziggs and Ezreal. Or no, sorry. Yeah, Ziggs and Ezreal.
Yeah.
And
Okay, so Yi was one of the last picks.
Yi was the very last pick. They had
Okay.
the support as the counter pick
Yeah.
in the as far as or on the Purdue
I
side.
guess it's still just troubling that there's only 2 forms of hard CC on the.
Well, they
well,
would have
3
only had
forms,
one.
technically. Right. They decided to go a little bit something different, but yeah, no, they only have 2, technically 3 forms of hard CC. 4 if you count the displacement from Ziggs, but.
Oh no, that
Oh.
is no. They on Purdue's team, the only hard CC they have is the Ashe Arrow and the Braum stun.
I'm glad you're here, man. Because I needed that. Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. It's just gonna be a very interesting game. The Ezreal's gonna have a lot to. He's really gonna need to stack up in order to really take out this Ashe, who's gonna scale.
See, I
pretty
don't think-
massively by herself.
See, looking at these team comps, I don't think Ashe or Ezreal really wants to do that. I'm pretty sure he's just going to be poking people down
Yeah.
until Master Yi can just kind of run in there and clean everyone up.
Yeah.
You have the Shen and the Karma to shield and speed him up, and so it's just like, all right, you don't get to do anything.
Right, because you're all gonna be dead.
Exactly. And actually, are they collapsing here?
No,
Can't
I think
tell.
that the Talon is just kind of coming in to make sure that no one gets too far out of line. If they happen to go too far deep into the red side jungle,
Oh no, is Kha'Zix gonna see this pink ward? So this is actually the second game that we've seen Master Yi been played by Pernelix here, and he's done
it's gonna be
this
spotted
both
out here by Talon.
Yep, absolutely,
There
they
you go.
found it.
Yeah, but no, the Pernelix really loves placing those deep wards, right?
Well, he
get that
loves
really
to
early.
counter evade.
Yeah. Because did he end up going with can we pull up the items real quick? That's all right. I think he ended up going with the ward
Hunter's
sword.
Machete, 1 potion.
Oh, okay. The pink ward. That is my question.
Yeah, he went with the pink ward instead of going 3-pot.
Ah, that makes sense. Okay. Oh yeah, no, I missed that. Yeah, he went with pink ward instead of 3 pots. He loves picking that.
When he plays Master Yi, he absolutely loves it. Yes.
Yeah. Which is, again, an interesting start. I mean, he's not going to need a lot of that sustain after level 2, right? So, being able to pick that up is
Absolutely.
kind of nice.
Absolutely. And so, actually, this is the first time we're going to see a tank support from either of these teams. So I am very curious to see how well Freddo is able to perform on this support.
It's going to be interesting, if nothing else, to be able to see how that plays out for him. The tank support could really work in their favor, but the Master Yi, once he gets forked, that's going to be terrifying. Because even the tank's not really going to be able to stand up to that. They only have one.
That, and if he goes forward and the attack speed item, the percent damage that's going to be going down to champions is going to be disgusting. It's absolutely going to shred these tanks.
Yeah.
It's going to be glorious
Yeah.
to watch. I don't think we'll
Ooh,
see a 7
early
and 1.
jungle aggression coming out of Kha'Zix in the.
I mean, he needs to push his advantage on this Master Yi. The problem is he's only level 2 and Master Yi is level 3.
right.
Master Yi does not care.
No.
He's literally just here to farm.
Yeah.
He sees him in the jungle and he's like, sup loser, bye.
Like, I'm not sticking around for a fight yet. I'm not ready for you. But don't
Yeah.
worry, I'll come back. I'll be back. Just
Exactly.
Wait a bit.
And yeah, that's what he's looking to do. Is he's just looking to try to avoid as much fight as possible. And the level 3 engagement from BBQ.
Oh!
My goodness! The Ziggs coming out with the satchel charge kill. The Talon ignited too.
Yeah, they both ignited. But the thing is, Talon didn't have the actual early damage after the nerf, right? He didn't have the damage to be able to actually kill off Ziggs. He wasn't landing that really early.
The barrier came out.
Ooh.
Okay, so everyone underestimates barrier because barrier actually shields you for more damage than heal gives you.
Right.
In the I think at rank 1, it's 390 health for that shield. So it's 390 shield. That's disgusting, and the entire shield got depleted.
Ooh, yeah, no, because early level Ignite only does 75,
75,
yeah, 75 true damage. And so that completely negates the Ignite plus a little bit of the bleed damage that he would have ended from.
And it blocked the entire Q, because he lunged forward with Q, and so he lunged forward with Q, blocked bleed, and the entire barrier was absorbed. That was a fantastic barrier from 3.
Yeah. Yeah, no, barrier
Very
is
well
very underrated summoner.
The problem is it is a very niche summoner spell.
Yeah.
Against Talon, it is very good in the early game at least,
Right.
because you're gonna have these level 2, level 3,
Bursts like,
engages,
bursts.
hard engages.
Yeah.
Because that was an all-in coming from BBQ there, or
Right.
Gungu.
Yeah, that was rough to watch actually. All right, yeah, Exorcism being poked out pretty hard, but
And actually, that's actually really bad, unfortunately, for Exorcism, because he loses out on so much experience.
if they're not able to clinch this kill, which
No, if you look at the top, he loses about a wave and a half of experience.
yeah,
He lost a lot. That unfortunately was not a great time to gank for Exorcism. He really needed that to stay relevant in this lane. That was at least 2 waves of caster minions.
yikes. Yeah, and again, especially like, and since they didn't even get the kill, like that's gonna hurt even worse.
Oh, the Kha'Zix coming in, but the Satchel Charge actually is going to knock him away to safety. A lot of damage actually being done to this Rustone.
It makes me wonder if there's gonna actually be a successful gank here in the first like 5 minutes, because that's the second non-successful gank that's happened. Granted, it does give you a little bit of pressure, right?
mean, I would argue that the gank top was somewhat successful because Rumble now has no flash.
Right.
So Rumble is super susceptible if he pushes forward on his Shen, and it's Shen into Rumble. Rumble's gonna push.
That's a really good point. And it looks like Barry's also coming up for 3 already. Meanwhile, the Ignite is still ticking away for BBQ. He's going to be a little bit more time before he's actually able to make use of that. We'll see if that allows Ziggs to be a little more oppressive in lane.
Well, here's the thing. If you already look, 3 has barrier already.
Yeah. And there's
Barrier's
still
on
another
the-
10 to 15 seconds, so he's got a small window in here.
Yeah. And that's, I think, why barrier is such a strong summoner spell. It is on a very low cooldown. It shields for a lot against all these burst champions, but everyone seems to think that heal is inherently better. But with more and more champions taking Ignite and getting more Reminder,
You get so much less out of the heal too. Especially if you
Exactly.
pop heal after they ignite you, you're gonna have the grievous wounds ticking, right? Which or the heal reduction ticking, which
so you only
means-
take half health.
Right,
You only get half
exactly.
health from that heal.
and from base that's just not very much. It's a little pitiful actually.
It is very pitiful, unfortunately. The Equalizer coming out, and Shen's just gonna sit there and be like, alright, I'm gonna sit here and farm. What's up?
And I think that was mostly just a zone, rather than actually kill.
I mean, it was, I mean, by the looks of things, it looks like he's actually just trying to push the lane quickly so he can get a cheeky recall and not have to burn his teleport.
Right.
So that he can burn his teleport to gank the next time his ultimate is up.
That
At
makes
least that would
sense.
be my assumption here. I'm not entirely sure.
That would make sense overall in the long run. Ooh, Parnellix getting very low to the Sprugs. Gonna go ahead and smite that one for a little bit of health back. I've been interested to see if we will see one single execute this entire game. That might be rude, but I mean, come on. We gotta see at least one, right?
I don't think we will. I would find it very entertaining if we did, though.
Yeah. Maybe that's my point there. I
You just
don't
want
think...
entertainment.
I really do. I really do.
You just want a bloody cloud fiesta for this last.
Hey, I think, and these guys have actually been providing all of the blood and gore that I've needed.
Oh wow, Exorcism taking a really good trade onto these there. Even
he's gonna get it traded back onto him though. He wasn't able to get the shield back.
Shen does have a lot of that natural health regen, so he is able to just kind of soak that up and absorb that and come back.
Yeah, and I mean he's got the he's already got a spirit fist, or he's already got a Spectre's cowl and a null magic
mantle.
Yeah, so that's already looking pretty good for himself.
It looks like he's actually going to be getting. He's gonna get Merc Treads and Spirit Visage. This Rumble doesn't get to have any fun.
No, not at all. He's got the sad thing is he's got the Haunting guys ready to go. He wanted something to happen, and now it's just not going to.
Well, the Haunting guys, I believe, only drops 15 flat magic magic resist.
Yeah.
Hunting guys, or not Hunting guys. Spectre Skull, I believe, gets 25 magic resist.
Right.
Oh, and
wow.
oh, that was a very, very good ultimate from Ezreal, making sure that Rawstone cannot do a cheeky level 6 Baron. Good foresight to do that, because they have no vision there.
No, that was a blind guess.
Oh, no. Easy Ace warded it on the way back.
Oh, I see, okay.
There is a little ward there.
Oh, good. At least they're keeping up with their vision. Oh, yeah, it's over there in the back of the pit.
Yep.
That makes sense. Yeah, they saw the movement out of the dragon pit and knew exactly.
I think what happened is when he went to go clear the ward up by mid lane from that pink ward, he went down and he actually warded that. That was very well played from Easy Ace. That denial of that first Infernal Dragon, that's really good. That is very pivotal if they want to do well in this lane.
Especially because they continually get shoved in on the bot side just from the natural wave clear from Ashe. Ooh, it looks like Parnellix also looking down here on the bot side.
And now they're wanting to force it.
Well, they know that everybody that could possibly contest it is very low, so there's not a whole lot of answering it, right? And everybody's already spread out anyways, it's just backed.
Right, and it was definitely a good force from Purdue there.
Yeah, and they're gonna need that coming up here soon anyway. I'm excited to see some sort of roam coming from this one, though. There really hasn't been much of any. Hopefully we'll see him start trying to use that Talon mobility a little bit here soon. He's gonna go ahead and back.
He has to be careful though, because Ziggs can push him so much quicker than any other champion he's really played against this time. And then on top of it, Easy Ace trying to deny Bruno from being able to do anything here.
Yeah, Fredo's not gonna be able to back until. Oh, and another delay coming out.
I think that one was just to try to clear the wave and be able to deny as much CS. Oh, the Ashe is actually headed mid lane. I think she's gonna try. She's looking for an Ashe arrow to try to kill this Ziggs. Oh no, they're looking top lane. Yep,
there we go.
They're trying to get a pick here. If this works, it's.
Here's the thing though, they do have Master Yi coming in for backup, so they're gonna have to be careful.
And it is a Shen. There's the ultimate.
Ooh, disguised perfectly.
Master Yi joins.
Backed off a little bit. Ooh, yeah, he's gonna end up going down. Is this a double kill?
Oh no.
No, flash. Oh, yes, a double kill. Oh my god.
Wow, Parnellix, that was a fantastic double kill there. Unfortunately, probably gonna die here. And decides to give it over to the Braum.
Right.
That was probably the best decision
he could have made right there, yeah.
Oh, Bloody Red Rose taking this Rumble down to just the smallest health bar. And what is going on? Normally Purdue is such a strong early game, but they're kind of getting circles around here a little bit. Talon actually looking in.
Ooh, trying to get Easy Ace.
Oh, the Ezreal ult or not the Ezreal, the Shen ult onto Barbecue here. The teleport going to finish from the Rumble. I'm actually kind of surprised he finished that ultimate.
Yeah, me too.
I'm very, yeah.
The
I don't know,
teleport in? Yeah, no, I'm surprised he finished the teleport. He could have canceled it.
And got a
Pocketed.
lower cooldown.
Right, exactly. I think he knew that it was just gonna be better just to walk down, I guess. And if something happened, maybe he could come in and in on it. I'm not really sure there.
Well, the issue is now Shen has ult.
Yeah,
Or not ult, Shen has teleport, and so he has that.
right.
And you don't even get the reduced cooldown from Rumble's ult, or Rumble's teleport. So, in a way, that's huge for IU. And look, oh, we see the rotating top lane. They decided to rotate without taking the tower here. So they actually really need to help because they are going to dive Exorcism here. They are already setting this up. They need to have the foresight to be able to help him out here.
It doesn't look like he's really getting a whole lot of help other than Parnellix.
But, I mean, Parnellix is all he needs. The Shen taunts, and, I mean, Master Yi only needs a second and a half to have his way with
That's
someone.
a good point. I mean, he was able to take out 2 kills underneath the tower, so we'll see if he can pull off another thing like that, another gang.
Master Yi is still kind of topside here. Ooh, the one. Oh, I guess Shen is so tanky. He's got that Merc Treads finished. He's almost finished his Spirit Visage. He just doesn't care.
No, there's nothing he has to care about right now.
Absolutely.
And I mean, the ward line
Oh,
right now
the
is...
Master Yi and the Kazakhs fighting here.
Oh, I don't think Kha'Zix didn't see him!
The respite does come down from the Kazakhs here. And the taunt over the wall. Good job from Exorcism there.
Wow.
The ultimate from Ash is not going to matter.
That is a lot of gold going into the pocket of IU, right? I mean, that's...
Pernellix has been showing up big on this Master Yi, both
yeah.
in game 1, and again, I mean, he's not the 7-1 like he was last time when 15 minutes rolled around, but again, he's 3-1, he's already starting to pick up steam, he's 12 CS against the, up against the enemy Kazakhs, and he's forcing the Kazakhs to make drastic plays. Unfortunately, we see the talent coming down, does leap forward, and the flash out from Easy Ace. Karma does survive, so ultimately that flash was worth it.
Yeah,
And I
agreed.
think, yep, and Bloody Red Road got to hold on to his heel.
I mean, overall worth it. I think IU is really running this game very well. They're close. They're showing themselves dominant.
It's very tight, but you wouldn't think it by watching this game.
Right.
And from what I understand, this is one of Parnellix's signature champions.
Right.
So
Yeah, between that and the Jax, it's been kind of
he
a...
doesn't actually play Jax that much.
Well, what I'm saying is that there's been so much cheese picked this, like, throughout the course of this, right? Like, it's those champs that you define as solo queue champs, right? They're meant to just
So
kind of
my question
go
to you
through.
is Swiss or American?
Come on, man. Is that even a Gouda? Have you heard of Gouda? I mean, that's a thing. There's so many cheeses. Don't limit me.
Gouda's been banned here. It's his Warwick.
Okay.
Gouda's off the table.
Honestly, it really wasn't that Gouda to begin with.
Oh.
Yeah, you know, you set me up for that, and now you live with the consequences.
Dude, that's not even. Oh, the Ash Arrow completely. Oh, Bloody Red Rose. I can't Minnesota.
Having
He does
some
Flash Arrow.
difficulties right now. Bloody Red Rose
Karma
might be
actually
in
getting that
trouble.
shield up, and
The
the
Shen.
ultimate. The flash forward from Score, really baiting that in very nicely.
That was fantastically done. That was really well done.
That
And
was
what's
very
funny
well.
is Thieves, if he had decided to stay on that a little bit longer, probably could have gotten the kill.
I don't know because that Shen ultimate came down, and they actually let the Shen ult go away versus finish off the shield.
Right.
You'd have 300 health left on that Shen ult shield.
Yeah, yeah.
So I don't know if that was calculated or if that was just a little bit late from Shen, but regardless, I mean, worked out very, very well. You wanted a clown fiesta, buddy, and you've got one.
Yeah, you know, 3 o'clock in the morning, I'm sure these teams are tired. They've had a very long day, you know, and so these games have definitely taken control, but they're playing very well for,
They really
for the
are.
amount of fatigue they're probably.
Well, see, these are the kind of clown fiestas that I love, where everything happens, and then nobody died.
Yeah. It's like so much build-up for absolutely nothing. Oh, it looks like, oh no, the word's being spotted out. Finally! For what, 5 minutes?
I think it's got to be at least 5 minutes here, yeah.
It's been out there for quite some time.
What's crazy also, there has not been a single tower taken this whole game. I'm actually surprised that the Ziggs has not walked down, pressed W on that tower, and walked away. Just to execute that tower, get
Yeah,
off the board.
I'm guessing they haven't wanted to really like leave a single lane alone for long enough to be able to do
I mean,
that.
you could always put the Master Yi to hold that mid lane that would soak up some of that experience and that farm.
It's a little busy in the top lane though right now. Wow, that's a lot of
Wait,
damage.
where'd he go?
He used his Alpha Strike actually to
Yeah,
jump off of that.
He flashed
No.
mid Alpha Strike?
Oh!
That's very well played. I didn't actually realize you could do that. So he flashed mid Alpha Strike, so he was changing the position of where he was, and then, so you know, strike bounces?
Yeah.
He bounced down to a minion, and then he flashed.
Right. Oh
I
wow.
didn't even realize you could do that.
You would do that by proxying your key, right?
Right, I mean, I understand the mechanic, but I didn't realize that you could do that with EQ.
No idea, man. We're learning all sorts of new things today.
Hey, I'm totally down for learning. I love watching high elo players because I don't ever see this in my solo.
Right, exactly. Man, Brownsies just don't know how to do that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it looks like set of Purdue is just going to continue shoving into the mid lane, trying to get something done here.
You're shoving against a Ziggs.
Yeah.
That's like shoving against a brick wall. Like, what do you want?
For the brick wall to move, obviously. If you shove hard enough, eventually the wall's going to fall.
If you shoot it with a pea shooter, it's not gonna go anywhere.
Yeah, but they've got a flamethrower. That's much different. It is
I'm
much different.
sorry, flamethrower against bricks.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, you might bake them, and maybe they'll get a little harder, and they're just gonna snap. You don't know anything about ceramics, do you? I swear, these youngins. Yeah, and there's, oh, it looks like a fun bush being set up, but they're kind of spot out here. So
Yeah, that's spotted out immediately. They know. They've tried to pull that 1, 2, and more like 8 too many games this whole series.
Yeah, this tower is just gonna end up going down. I mean, they've got 3 people allocated here. Frodo with the Unbreakable being pulled out. There's not a whole lot that IU could do to really stop that from happening.
They need to take objectives in other lanes though, and I think they're gonna take it mid lane here, but it looks like the Rumble is collapsing.
There we go.
Oh, and unfortunately, oh, this is really unfortunate. Oh, the Shen ultimate is coming down, and
BBQ just trying to get out.
And the ultimate from Ziggs comes down. That is very, very well played.
Oh wow.
Oh, the taunt pulling him away from Pernelix. Very well played. Unfortunately, Ziggs does go down on the backside of this, but the rest of the team is able to join. Ash actually flanking from the side. Bloody Red Rose does get flanked and taunted, or exhausted. Shen ends up going down. Pernelix does actually recall safely in his backside. So if the goal was to protect Pernelix, make sure that he doesn't give away shutdown gold, they succeeded with their job. But unfortunately, at the death of the Ziggs as well as Shen. Oh, and are they going to?
They're gonna try to take him down, but Fredo's not gonna give up anything. Oh, score! Going very low. Is there gonna be an ultimate?
The mystic shot from, oh, he doesn't have
Yeah, it's not up yet. It's still got a
The
while.
mystic shot over the wall ends up picking up score and blinking health bars if Master Yi would have had ult. Oh, the flash!
Nice.
Easy ace.
That was beautiful. That was fantastic. Almost
It was
artistic.
quite majestic.
Yeah.
It was very majestic.
Yeah, yeah. Beautiful.
Wait. There's no way that they're gonna do this Baron.
Oh, there it is.
What? Oh, they immediately pull off.
Yep. Well,
pink
they do
ward
have
over the wall.
Bork and Blood Razor, so they have.
I mean, that's very true.
right. Like they have the damage to be able to get it done. It's just a matter of do they have the time?
Right.
Because there's plenty of there's the Karma shields, there's the heals from the Yi that can also soak up the aggro. They can do a lot with it. They just have to have the time to be able to do it. It'll probably take quite some time since they don't have all of the damage they would need for it, but they can get it done.
Absolutely. And the Ziggs actually getting the blue buff here. Actually, Shen doesn't care about talent anymore. I just realized that. He has almost a finished Sunfire Cape. He has Merc Treads. And he has Spirit Visage. Yeah, it's a lot of MR, but it's a lot of just flat stats.
Yeah, for the most part. I'm not too worried about it. Oh, 3 been tagged.
that was a huge misplay from 3 there. Unfortunately, he goes down without being able to really do anything. And the Mystic Shot missing with the Mantra Q from this Karma, not actually hitting anything, unfortunately. It looks like they might actually have to just give up mid tower here. We do see Parnellix flanking from the side with his Master Yi. I don't think he's actually going to engage, though there aren't any low health targets that he can quickly burst down and quickly change over. We do see the Talon over the wall, and Master Yi is going to go down. We do see the Stand United coming out from the Shen, but it does not matter. It is not shielded enough. And unfortunately, Master Yi does not decide to use his ultimate to run away quickly. And this actually might be a Baron from... It looks like it is going to start a Baron from Purdue here. They are pulling back slightly, and oh, unfortunately, Easy Ace gets pulled up, but I do believe they are going to be low enough here. Oh! Ooh, the flash redirect from Bloody Red Rose, forcing them down. Ziggs with the... Oh, they end up exhausting him. Unfortunately, it's not enough. I do think that's going to stop the Baron. The Equalizer is cutting off Bloody Red Rose's escape, and it is... Oh, the face of the mountain from Braum, saving Talon there. They do stop the Baron, but they lost 4-1 out of that trade. Overall, 5k behind, well, just under 5k behind. However, that gold lead, like, if you look at the bot tower, that gold lead is going to change very, very quickly, as if they can take those outer towers. I mean, if we're looking at just the CS numbers alone here, we do have top lane is down by 50 CS, but we do see the Master Yi up by 40. That's actually a huge number for jungle camps, unfortunately. Mid lane's relatively even, however 3 is down by about 20 CS. 8 carries are actually very even this game. However, those numbers are slightly skewed, since Face of the Mountain does have those procs, and Braum does have 20 more minions than the Karma.
Yeah, that's where we're at.
Red buff does go over to Bloody Red Road here. And it looks like this is going to be an Ocean Dragon over to
It's Purdue. Going over to Purdue, yeah. Which is going to be really helpful.
Wow.
They're not brave enough to commit to this right here.
I mean, they had vision of Talon topside. They could have possibly made a play here, but I think we wanted to make sure that the Master Yi, who has a lot of their gold, is there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they really don't want to take a fight without him.
Is that a Ginsu's coming out? For Master Yi?
Oh my.
Because that's a pickaxe and a dagger.
Yep.
I think that
looks like it.
That looks like the beginnings of a Ginsu's, and I am so excited that's gonna be a Ginsu.
Oh gosh, this is on. He didn't build this last time.
No, he didn't.
Because I think we went Warriors last time instead of the Blood Racer instead too. So this is gonna be really interesting. He is going straight for that top tower, not caring who's coming with him though. He's just waiting in the bush, actually?
I don't think Talon can fight him here.
No, he really can't.
Oh, Talon doesn't know he's there.
No, Talon has no idea.
Talon tested the waters there, pings it, and...
It looks like Yi is going in!
Oh, the ultimate does lay it over the wall. The Stand United, but it is not enough. Unfortunately, Talon isn't able to pop that wall like it said tomorrow, and Ziggs is not able to join, unfortunately. Parnellix is not able to get the assassination, and Shen can't join. This is a free Baron for Purdue. Unfortunately, not very bad engage, but he did have a miscue because he could have followed BBQ over the wall, and that was a very, very good, if Free doesn't have a flash here, he might be in trouble.
And here's the big difference here, right? If you look into the river, IU didn't have any vision at all of what was coming towards them, right? They had a few people moving up through their side of the blue.
They did know that that's where all 5 members were roughly, and they thought that they could assassinate the Talon, which they could have. However, I think it was a slight misplay from Parnellix. He used that Q just a little too early, and it was very well played from BBQ9. Gungu just waiting for that alpha strike to come through so he could hop the wall and parkour.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll see. It might end up turning into a.
Also, Shen didn't get to join that fight. He used Stand United, but he Stand United the Ezreal who was Ash arrowed and got immediately blown up.
Right.
I mean,
so
arguably it would have been better to ult the Shen or ult to the Master Yi.
yeah, right.
And so that Master Yi could continue fighting and then with the taunts as
And
well.
also continue healing up at the same time. Like that would have actually been really, really helpful if he had teleported to the Master Yi rather than onto the Ezreal, which just ended up wasting it. And honestly, that might cost
Absolutely.
them a bottom turret if they're not able to respond to it fast enough. Master Yi is still in the top side jungle, the top blue side jungle, clearing wolves, which is very interesting. Not entirely sure why he's going for that. But yeah, no, like he could be making his way down here a lot faster. I don't know if he was actually ready for this entire Purdue squad.
I think right now he's got the whole solo queue mentality of I'm Master Yi, I gotta farm, it's on me. I mean that's why, yeah, that's gotta be. You see the recurve bow with the pickaxe. Would not be surprised if the blasting wand come out to finish off that.
There's really nothing else it could be. With the build that he's going with already, it makes sense the Ginsus would come out next. Like,
absolutely.
What else do you build a Bork and Bloodrazor, right?
I mean,
You could argue with your few things, I
you
guess.
could go Wit's End and maybe the pickaxe turns.
But even if you go the Wit's End,
Flash
wow.
out. Wow, that was a very, very short Ash arrow.
It was nice. Even if you go with the Wit's End though, like Ginsus would still fit into that because it's the on-hit build, right? So
yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah. I thought you meant like what else could the recurve bow with a pickaxe build?
Oh, right. No, I mean you would just if you're building the on-hit, right? You're going for every on-hit item ever.
They do not want to deal with that.
Oh, wow, the jump back over the wall. I think he might have killed himself here though.
He did. He went the wrong way. Pernalix actually still almost dying. Gungu really taking advantage of that very, very well.
Well, he also has the Duskblade of Drakthar already built, plus the Ghostblade. He's now got himself a Black Cleaver. So that on top of the X-Drinker, he's not someone to be messed with. Even though Master Yi might be 5-3-0.
He finished the Ginsus.
Well, also, Talon is 70 CS above the Master Yi.
Right, but you have to think that also is an influx because you do get more gold from the jungle camps. So I am curious to see what their gold values per person would be.
Yeah, that would be kind of interesting. But, moving on, we have 3 people in the bot side that are shoving in.
Perfect numbers. So he looks like he is down 500. Only down 500 gold.
Huh, interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, he does have 3 items now, right? He's got the Ginsus, I believe, built. Yeah, you were right about that Ginsus.
He's got
Thank you, tech guy. Yeah, no, he's got the Ginsus built. He's got a Ruby Sightstone, which you would think being built into a Black Cleaver, maybe?
I don't think so. I wouldn't be surprised if there's a Frozen Mallet here. Or the Ruby Crystal could also be turned into a Sterix Gauge, or possibly a Titanic Hydra. All of those, because Sterix Gauge, which would make sure that he's not getting popped in fights.
Right.
If he goes Titanic Hydra, that is a lot of damage, and it adds AoE.
Right.
And then if he's going Frozen Mallet, even if he doesn't have ult, now you're not getting away. And Easy Ace eating that ultimate does get the flash away. Not going to be enough, unfortunately.
Talk about easy pickings. Midwestern coming out. Yeah, and it looks like Purdue, IU is going to continue trying to get things done here in the mid lane, putting a lot of pressure onto this mid-tier turret.
Master Yu actually trading for top tower and recalling now. Talon is going to be joining them. Also, I was just informed, I totally forgot a fantastic item that would work great with that build, and it's a Spirit Visage. The extra.
That would work perfectly, right? Because you get the 20% heal or 20% increase on the healing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
As well as the dive forward, the flash, and the arcane took away, and Ezreal. Oh!
Wow, yeah, the jump in with that Q was perfect.
They are engaging hard. However, they
Oh!
are pretty low. And Pernelix is here. Can he clean up?
Pernelix able to get 1 kill down. Will he get
2 kills, but
two.
will he be able? He cannot clean up the rest.
Yeah, get the
Unfortunately.
3. Yeah.
This does look like it's going to be a in him here. Unfortunately, if he would have been able to retarget that Ashe,
Yeah.
oh my goodness.
Yeah, that was
What
an
just
explosion
happened?
from
Was
Easy
that
Ace.
a mantra Q?
That was a mantra Q from Easy Ace.
Easy Ace is apparently not easy pickings.
No, not so much. Oh, good
Oh,
God.
and the ultimate comes out of 3. Said, that's my award. You don't get to touch that.
Oh man, yeah, if he hadn't stopped to try to pick up that ward, you would have had no idea where he was.
And you could just see the panic coming out from him, like,
Oh gosh, no!
All of the buttons.
Or you know what's funny? He could have actually jumped over the south wall and been fine.
He actually didn't even have time to. He ulted
Yeah.
and moved about an inch on the screen and then died. So like he didn't even have a chance.
Come on, you get his target, you just click it. Just click it real quick. You're good. Jump inside the Brambleback camp. You'll be okay. Just move.
Just like I'm gonna hide with these rocks.
Build a little bomb shelter. Make sure nothing's gonna happen. Turn it into your own Fallout 4 fantasy. That's what's going on in that Talon's mind in like the last couple seconds that he
Is
wrote.
that a trademark fan fiction that you're creating?
I have no idea what you're talking about. Nothing is trademarked that I mentioned. Fallout shelters are things that everybody has.
I meant that you're making for yourself.
Oh no, that's free market. Anybody can take that. Yeah, okay, so it looks like Baron is getting pushed here. That's an interesting call.
But the problem is, I don't think that Purdue wants to force this. Yes, they are ahead 9,000 or almost 9,000
Right.
gold. The problem is Pernelix is able to get into the fight. This fight, I think he actually has the most gold. Oh no. Ashe has the most gold.
Okay.
And then it's Pernelix.
Right.
But oh, excuse me. They're
Gross, man. Okay, so yeah,
it's a
no.
natural function.
Sure, if you call burping natural. Yeah, so it looks like, I mean, honestly, if they can get the Master Yi in, it'll be really nice. They make a small 4-man squad, right?
But see,
Try to
they
get
have
ready.
such a good comp to do that because they have great poke with the Karma, they have great poke with Ziggs, they have great poke with the Ezreal. They just sit there, continually spam out abilities.
Yeah.
Master Yi's like, oh, by the way, you're all squishy and you all have 50 health left. Reset, 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 reset.
You know, I'm actually really surprised that Shen hasn't built his, gotten his Titanic build yet. I understand that he had to go with the Sterix. They've had so many problems pushing that I'm surprised that didn't come out a little sooner.
Oh, the Baron is going to be started here. They have to respond. Oh, unfortunately, Master Yi is bot side. That looks like it's going to be a free Baron coming out to keep calling Purdue Fort Wayne.
I think that's
was
one of those
actually a
moments.
decent chunk of damage. That's actually a lot of damage here. They want to fight this.
I don't think they're gonna get a chance to. I mean, between the Brahms Unbreakable,
Shen has. Does Shen have taunt? No, yeah, Shen has taunt here.
there's a lot of disengage.
That is very true. They do have a lot of disengage with the empowered or the upgraded spikes, voice spikes from this Echo, as well as the Ashe Volley and Braum, and
Right.
the Electro Harpoons from. Yeah, they have so much disengage.
And they might, and it's funny because that's really all they need. We were kind of grabbing in Champ Select about not having enough hard CC, right? But the thing is, if it's a get in, get out comp, you don't need to stun anybody necessarily. You only need to peel them off.
Well, the problem is if you're playing against a Master Yi can't be slowed with his ultimate. So he doesn't give a damn about your slows, unfortunately.
Right. That does make sense.
That's a weird spot for. I didn't realize wards could be placed there. Oh, it is going to be the Frozen Mallet. He does not want people to go anywhere, and I'm assuming that this cloth is going to turn into a GA.
Most likely, yeah. I wouldn't be surprised at all. That's when he went last time. The Frozen Mallet is also a really good pickup. It looks like that it's going to end up turning into a GA.
Oh, Karma might be caught out by Talon in the mid lane. Talon looks like he's gonna. Also, by the way, the reason why he had to delay his Titanic Hydra until third item, it's actually not delaying it super far. It's just that he got super starved out from gold to where he wasn't actually able to be able to build it.
Yeah. Yeah, he wasn't really able to build it, and that became a problem. These powered mid lane super minions. Wow.
It is early in the morning. It is.
Yeah, those super minions
I don't even know.
are really causing them a lot of trouble. The Nexus or the inhibitor did come
And they're
back
looking
up.
to stack for Elder. And oh, Pernelix. Oh no, Pernelix, this might be game. And it looks like this. Oh.
I don't think it's
they
going to be
took
game
out
just
Pernelix
yet. I
here.
mean, they're going to go for Dragon instead of actually trying to finish it off.
But this is going to be Baron and Elder Dragon now.
Yeah, and that's terrifying on its own, right? Like,
I don't see without Pernelix. If Pernelix is dead for another 40 seconds here, I don't see how they can really defend if they shove as a 5-man unit here.
although it looks like, well, see, here's the thing, right? So it looks like they're breaking up. They're sending Talon to the top lane to try to
So
shove
they're
that
looking to
in.
try to 1-3-1.
Yeah, which is perfect. I mean, you've got the Baron. You might as well take advantage of it.
I mean, I can definitely understand that. I definitely see how that would be beneficial. Problem is, if this Yi is now up in 10 seconds.
Right. So they're going to have to be a little bit careful. He is still a threat. You can't really ignore him.
But the thing is they do have that true damage burn.
Yeah, it's just not looking great for IU right now.
They were doing so well in the early game, and then they made some missteps in the mid game and really threw away the lead that they, or not the lead that they had, but they were playing like they had a lead, and
When really they didn't have anything going.
I mean it was even. Oh, and Ash Arrow.
Oh god, Easy Ace going down!
Exorcism taunting away, and unfortunately this looks like it's gonna be the end here.
I imagine that this is, right. Wow. Yeah. There goes the kill onto...
Talon out of nowhere with those blades of death.
Every single time, too. BBQ is actually going off, which is fantastic to see. They're going to continue shoving in here, trying to take down these turrets. It's not, they're going to be able to make pretty quick work. Oh, Score with the aggressive flash in. 3 is going to, Zoni's under tower. Fredo may go down, but nope, it looks like Rostone is still the one tanking damage. The teleport in from Thieves will give them a little bit of damage to push down this tower, and now they're going to have to apply damage to the Nexus, and that's how you win the game.
And GG to both Purdue and IU Bloomington. That is going to conclude this very, very, very long cast on the day.
Yeah.
If anyone's still watching, we hope you enjoy. And we hope to see you next time we have a tournament run here.
We will let you know. All right. You guys have a good night.